Coming off more record highs as of the close yesterday. Markets back in positive territory so far this morning. Both the Nasdaq and S&P 500 in the green to start things off. That's how it's the lay of the land right now. 0.2% right now for the Nasdaq on a daily chart. This thing's still up, up and away. The SPY, same story, 0.04%. Same story, back to all-time highs. Ever so slightly by the end of the day yesterday. We just got durable goods data there for June. Negative 9, I'll blow this up a little bit so we can see, negative 9.3% versus negative 9% that was expected, so a little bit worse off on the month-over-month number there. If you take out transportation for June, 0.2% to the upside versus negative 1% expected there. Budget balance data coming up at 11 o'clock for Canada. Big week next week. We get Bank of Canada, we get the Fed. Of course, Fed's not going to do anything next week, but coming off what happened yesterday, if you missed it, the impromptu press conference with Powell and Trump that was must-watch TV. If you haven't, go back and watch it yesterday. It was kind of hilarious. I felt bad for the guy, man. Like, just...
It was so awkward, cringe to watch.
But I mean, it's exactly his playbook and how he rolls. So I mean, I think it was expected at some point. But yeah, I mean, good on Powell for standing up to him and clearing the air somewhat, I guess, on that construction cost. But anyway, Fed coming up next week. We'll get to Bank of Canada next week. Neither are probably going to do anything, but it'll be really interesting to hear all the questions I think that he'll get now after that little meeting with the president yesterday.
And he told me he was doing a good job. I mean, he's just like, you need to lower rates. You're doing a good job, but lower the rates. So should be interesting. Lots to talk about today. Intel reporting, guys, and major changes coming there, especially to their foundry business. More on that on the rundown, but they're down substantially here to start the morning, 8.5%. Also, crypto taking a big hit overnight. Bitcoin specifically breaking 115,000 momentarily. And Paramount, finally, the deal goes through. We'll get to that. And Tesla, a little green today. Brendo and Palantir getting an upgrade as well as Carvana. So there's some upgrades to speak about.
Yeah, a little bit of relative strength for Palantir. This morning we'll have a look at that, I'm sure, coming up. There's IBIT right now, a little bit of a downtick currently, but yeah, huge gap for the ETF, obviously. Here in the pre-market, coming on the back of what Sharif was just mentioning, this LIDR, we were talking about that yesterday, keeps popping up in front of me once again this morning, also still flying around. But a lot to discuss this morning, a lot to think about going into next week. Yields are higher today, so keep that in the back of your mind. It's been 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row to the downside, so a little bit of a bounce back here this morning, maybe putting pressure on equities. If you missed it yesterday, if you weren't with us late in the day, we're going to do a little bit of a juggling act today as far as the scheduling is concerned. Neil's going to jump in with Sharif for the midday. Joe is with Sean over at the big desk right now. Good morning, guys.
Yo, it's Joe. How's it going, man? Yeah, good to see you again here on the desk here with us. You have you're off to a
Joe, mute.
You're muted. You did the Neil move, man. You took over his spot and you did the mic
Does he not have
thing. That's great, man. That's great. Good.
We're good.
You're off to a bachelor party. That should be fun.
Yes.
What is that? Just Friday, Saturday, or what do you guys?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, so you're off Monday as well.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. So we got a lot of things going on. There's
Obi will be covering for you on
Obi's
the midday.
gonna be
Okay, good. Yeah, well, welcome Joe here.
Yeah.
We'll have some things to talk about today. I mean, Bitcoin's down. We just talked about that.
Bitcoin's down.
Ethereum.
Tesla's making a little bit of a move in the pre-market.
How are the veggie trays?
The veggie trays are still coming apparently.
Okay.
So yeah. You know how.
I thought that's what you were bringing.
No. I brought my own thing.
Oh, what was your
what's your
contribution?
So the thing, so I brought some chicken wings, some steaks, and everything.
Okay, good.
But we have a friend going to Costco who's going to grab everything.
Okay.
And then,
so everyone's chipping in, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Chicken wings from Costco are important.
You have to bring them.
That's the best. You get so many chicken wings from Costco. But watch out for steaks, man. Those beef prices, I don't know if you've been noticing those lately. Where's the beef?
The quality ones, yeah.
Did you see their most recent South Park?
I heard there's a new episode that dropped today.
Yeah, no, it dropped. I was watching. We were just luckily watching. I was watching Comedy Central, and I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. There's some funny things about Trump at the end, and it's funny because they canceled Colbert because of his opinion on that Paramount, and there's a whole bunch of different things going on. Paramount today gets approved. But, and then they just paid these guys, what are the guys' names? Matt and Trey Parker there, $1.5 billion for the streaming rights for
to South Park.
South Park, and then they put out that episode, which was absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, go check. I'm glad South Park's back. I like to watch that. That's one of those goated shows.
I think it's hilarious.
But then my 10-year-old daughter comes down as we're watching it, and because it's on at 10 o'clock, so she was getting ready, to go to bed. But we had a game that night or whatever, so. Anyways, we had to put it on a little bit of mute. I don't. That's not a show.
Yeah, not yet.
Not a show for kids.
Not
I won't even let my 13-year-old watch it. No, it's too much. No, because the opinions are. It's a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
a little bit much.
It's definitely adult humor, that's for sure. I remember I used to watch Beavis and Butthead as a kid, and my grandparents did not.
Beavis and Butthead, I think was okay though.
That one. I mean, I don't know.
No, I think if you compare it to South Park, I think it's a lot different. I mean,
Fair
but. Anyways, Intel today, wow.
Yeah,
What a disaster, man. I've been calling this thing a disaster for a while and just been sitting here with my money in Intel, burning, and now you're back down to $20. Here we go, Andre, why don't we look this up right here? There's Intel right now down 9% and getting lower, missing. We did the market recap show last night. I want to thank all 3,000 of you guys for watching. I mean, I was just spitting bars for basically 30 minutes yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like going on and on and on and on and on about everything. And then all of a sudden, we had one name report yesterday, Intel.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't too much talked about because Intel wasn't doing anything yesterday pretty much. Was relatively flat. And then we come in here today and see whoops-a-daisies downside. And it's funny because they're talking about cutting jobs and getting that workforce down to like 75,000 or something like that, which is almost less than half of what it was 10 years ago. But Intel, anyways, flying to the downside right here today, down 9%. We'll see if that gets SSR. Maybe we get an SSR bounce, maybe we don't, but it should be okay. But yeah, we're excited here. The market, I came in and I said to Joe, I was like, you know, are we finally going to get a down day? We were maybe down into here, and then this happened, and now we're green again. So yeah, we like green days. And right now I got Intel, Palantir, Tesla, the market on my mind, plus a few other things. And then yeah, what's up with Webull? I mean, I know you're a Robinhood kind of guy up in this building. That's been really well, man. 101 change. Looks like that wants to hold out near highs. Obviously, it's high. I didn't even realize it got to 110 there, Joe. That was a crazy trade.
Yeah, I think it went to 113 actually.
It looks like there was a little bit of a high wick there. And then Webull today back down to 15 and change. We played this a couple times this week. That got up to 18 as well. So yeah, it's Joe and I here on the on the open. Neil and Sharif on the midday, and then I guess Neil and I'll be closing it out, and then hopefully someone will join me on the market recap show, and then we can have a fun time doing that as well. But we have Michael Noss coming through very, very soon. I don't know if he's coming. Oh no, tonight we have Steve Tileman coming from Trade the Pool, I believe.
Oh, this evening. Yeah, my guy Steve. Yeah,
not in the building.
Did he talk about his HIMS position? How's that working out? Or
yeah. I mean, everybody says the same thing. You know, they recommend something when you ask them about it, and it doesn't work out. They're out of it. You know. So,
yeah, well,
those are the plays. So I don't know, man. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm the fool that holds on to losing trades. Everybody else seems to get in and get out immediately. And when they work, they're still holding. When it's out, they're out. So yeah, I mean, you got to have discipline, and that guy does. So shout out to Steve. But good question about that. He had mentioned, I think he was on vacation or something when they lost Wegovy or whatever that was, and one of his stop orders triggered. So that's the other point, right? It's like if you're going to trade and trade swing trades, you should have ins and you should have outs. And when they violate, you got to get out of there. And that just reminds me.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as intraday trading too, right? You want to have somewhat of a game plan, and
let's hit our favorite thing.
Read that, man.
I think you and I have lost combined a lot on marijuana.
Oh, I'm 99.9% negative on ACB.
That's good. I have some 100%.
Yeah, well, yeah. So exactly. I mean, long
deposit 4,000, open up account, see zero.
Yeah.
Well, plus you had to pay the fee to buy the stock.
There you go. So we're even negative. Yeah, negative sum game there, guys. But yeah, no, ACB has not been working out good for us. We're gonna probably take a big hit on that one.
A big hit. Yeah, I've tried to get out of all of those stocks. Some of them don't even trade anymore, the ones that I have, so that's great. All right, let's go back over to the desk. It's 8:40. We're about to have a good day one more time. It's Friday, so let's see where this market winds up taking us and go back and see if we're ready. I'm not sure if we're ready for Michael yet or not, but we'll go talk to the guys on the desk and we'll finish up our sticky note.
Yeah, don't worry about Michael. He's fine. We'll get to Michael in a second here. I wanted to mention MicroStrategy first off real quick, trying to hold on to 405 right now, down a little bit this morning, obviously with Bitcoin. If you missed it yesterday, I mean, it was 2 days ago, they came out saying the $2 billion upsized $2 billion offering to buy more Bitcoin. So that's coming through on the pricing side of things today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row here, downside for MSTR once again.
Yeah, and they're announcing pricing of an initial public offering of this SRT stock. So, sorry, do I have the right thing over here? IPO. Why is this coming under MicroStrategy?
Weird.
Yeah. MicroStrategy files prospectus for initial public offering of SRT, aiming to raise $2.47 billion. I'm just seeing that now, Brendo. That just came in at about 8 o'clock or so. Here it is. Here's the headline, guys. Interesting look. So this, what's it called here? SRT, a perpetual stretch preferred stock known as STRC. Offering is going to be about 28 million shares, priced at about $90 a share, with the issuance expected to settle on the 29th of this month, subject to obviously the customary closing conditions. So should be interesting here. It's going to raise about $2.47 billion. I wonder what he's going to do with that money, Brendo.
At some point, he's just like, what else can we sell? And buy more Bitcoin. Anyway, MSTR, worth keeping an eye on today. Let's bring in, as we mentioned, Michael Noss on a Friday morning, sending me a message this morning saying he found a cool study that he read and wants to share it with us about moving averages. Mr. Noss, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I don't know what I'm doing studying the market and everything. I should just be borrowing $2.7 billion to buy more
Bitcoin.
Just easy.
Everybody's doing it.
There's no way that this ends badly. There's no way we're sitting here in a year's time saying, man.
I mean, listen,
when
people
all
have been
these
saying that for a while now, and
started.
Here we are still, so good on him.
Yeah, I guess. Good for him. Until it doesn't, good for him, we'll put it that way. But yes, as a nerd, I'm not raising $2.7 billion to buy Bitcoin, but I found a cool study. And anytime I find something cool, I want to bring it to you guys. So first of all, here's the study. And it's essentially moving average distance as a predictor of equity returns. And the idea was, as opposed to a lot of people use moving averages to say, hey, I want to buy it when it hits this moving average or sell it when it hits this moving average. Essentially what this person did, these group of people, so they just went through and they studied what happens if you just own the stocks that two moving averages are different enough, right? So there's a big spread between those two moving averages. And the ones they choose were the 21 SMA and the 200 SMA. And the idea was you take all the stocks, they use the S&P 500, but I'll show you the study that I did on this in a second, but they did this study based off of the S&P 500, and we're just basically going to buy things as they hit, new highs, but we're just going to rotate into the ones with the largest spread. So where the 20 is above the 200. And what it makes sense to me on this is that you're smoothing out momentum. That's essentially what moving averages do. So instead of just saying, I want the stuff that's up the most, you're going to say, I want the stuff that's been up the most for a long time, because it has to have, for the 20 to move that far from the 200, it's got to have at least a little bit of sustained momentum. And yeah, this chart right here is a study that I've done where I just said, okay, well, what if we do it for all stocks? So the idea is you take the top 5 names every week, and you just say, I want to hold whatever has that widest spread between these two moving averages. And I went back 25 years and ran a back test. And you can see not something I would trade personally, right? It's especially the last couple of years, it struggled a little bit, but dramatically outperforms the S&P 500 in the long run. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of the basis of, if you are going to get into systematic trading, this is the kind of stuff we spend our time doing, because we don't need to, be watching the market all day long. Whereas I may not trade this. However, this could be the basis for a particular trading strategy in the future. So the next chart I have here is I basically just pulled from yesterday what are the top handful of names. I will put this on my Twitter as well. I've just kind of have it over here. I'll post this when I'm done here so that you can go, and I just have a Google Drive. You can click on my Twitter and go and get those there. And some good looking names. So as always, we're going to take this kind of study and we're going to take the proof that we have some edge here, and we're going to just not follow it blindly. We're going to apply technical analysis and our own trading eyes and everything to that and see if we can get some edge. So funny enough, the first one that popped up there you can see is TRON. And this is one of obviously these crypto treasury companies. This was SRM. And yeah, SMR is a nuclear one. It was SRM. And then the guy who owns TRON bought into it a bunch and they converted it to TRON. So you can see the spread. So our pink line is always the 21 moving average, and then the blue line is the 200 moving average. And we're looking on a percentage basis, which are the widest. And here you can see TRON. Nice looking kind of little pattern here, little flag type pattern. So if we get a continuation move in crypto, I know we're down a little bit here on Bitcoin on the open, but if that recovers, around $9 or so, this one looks interesting. Next one, again, another crypto treasury company, and BMNR. This is Tom Lee's one, and you can see the spread between those two moving averages. One thing I like about this one is it's been consolidating actually really tight. Now, if you zoom in, those are still wide range candles, but it hasn't really gone anywhere in a number of weeks. So that could be a simple base to play out of if you like that one. This one, the next one, I'm just kind of showing because it shows you how these are finding winners. I don't think there's anything that I'd buy right now. This is absolutely nothing I've ever heard of this one before. PTHL. It's just a holdings company, and from $1 to $30 in pretty much a straight line. So it'd be interesting. I think the 200-day moving average is just getting printed there, but just to show some of the benefit of what potentially you could find if you find some of these names. So the next one here is RGC. I remember this one a few times going crazy as a bioscience type company. You can see last time it broke kind of a downtrend line. It had a pretty wicked spike. So maybe if it breaks this downtrend line again around $15, it can do that. These are crazy ones. So what we've learned from this study is, yes, there is edge to holding these, but by doing this just on a percentage basis, the way I think it was done in the study, it's basically just trading incredibly high volatility names. So a good hunting ground maybe to go and take the top however many names and find the move or the distance between these two moving averages. But these aren't the stocks that I would just want to buy and hold for a month and then rotate into next month. So it could be a nice area to get started if you're going to build a system. And then from there, you want to add some things that would make a little bit more sense, which is why it's important not to just look at the equity curve, but to go in and look at the results of what you would have traded to see if you'd be comfortable trading them at all.
Just to recap, so we're looking for the 21 and the 200 and the distance between them, and then maxing that out, the top, whatever, 50, 100 names?
Yeah, so the study I did was just the top 5. I think they did the top 15 in the study. But the idea was that if you have just a random volatility spike, then you're going to see that in price. But by using a moving average as long as the 21, 20 would probably be pretty much the exact same results. You're basically saying that it's held up enough for a month to have that moving average catch up, and you're just buying the ones with the largest spread between the 21 and the 200. So it's basically saying short-term momentum is holding up, and then long-term momentum hasn't quite caught up to the short-term momentum. And yeah, some really great results from a study. And again, I love nerding out doing this stuff.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting look, and not maybe all that surprising that a lot of those were crypto related given everything going on.
Absolutely. And hey, if crypto holds on, then these might be the bucket to go to when we get that turn. If we start pushing back up to highs, a lot of them were like Ethereum, TRON, Solana type stuff. So I don't know, maybe it's telling us that that's the next wave in crypto.
DJT Jr. saying Ethereum massively undervalued this morning, shockingly. But anyway, have a great weekend, sir. We'll see you Monday.
See you Monday.
Thank you, Michael. The last time Trump talked about Ethereum, it was at $4,200. It went down to $1,400.
Yeah, with that, I think the all-time high is just under $5,000. So.
Yeah, I think it's 40 something. Yeah, but thanks, Michael, for all of that. I mean, that's what everyone essentially is looking for, right? Is trying to find that little tidbit of information of, that's sort of how Open Door was found there. And, the same guy that called Carvana put out a piece on Open Door, said it was going to be a 100-bagger. It really reacted to that. When you get stocks, especially that are lower price stocks, and then you get all these message boards going, you put something up on Twitter, then it hits on Reddit, then it hits on Wall Street Bets, which is Reddit, and then it hits on
this snowball effect.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, we're talking about it, and the stocks start to go. But this BMNR actually has Tom Lee, it has Kathy Wood, and I'm adding Ethereum right now to the sticky note. Joe was just mentioning, that's been pretty strong there today. So I think this is one that we could definitely look at. SBET, of course, the other name here. Just hearing some news about that right now again, SBET. So we'll have to watch out for that. Is that starting to go upside again? So lots of movement here, lots of great opportunities. Michael just mentioned, hit him up on Twitter. He'll send you that, or he's going to post that Google link there with all of those names in there. Go have a quick look to see if there's anything that catches your eye. But SBET starting to move around here. And then CNC this morning, Centene with not good and then good all of a sudden as we were down from $27 down to $23, and we just ripped up right now. So we're going to watch out for CNC right here. Has had a bad go of it, obviously, in that same space there, UNH and whatnot. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with this name, but you're right there at 29. This is what I was trying to bring it up for. We've just bounced off 29.50, which is right into there. So if this news continues higher, I kind of like this stock. We didn't look at UNH yet today, although I should. Yesterday it held 280-ish. Okay, so you're still at 280 again. So, UNH just doing these moves. But, thanks, Michael, for a couple interesting names over there. You got CNC on your mind?
Yeah, I got CNC. I'm looking at CNC as well, too, here, guys. So you can see that we ran into some key resistance zones right here, and we've rejected it in the pre-market. So just keep an eye out for this. If we do break and hold, then maybe we'll get a little bit of a continuation to the top side. But that's something positive that you want to see, a nice recovery off of these lows. And then you do reject that resistance. But I think at some point, if you do have the ability and the momentum to crack, then we can continue this trend to the top side. So we'll keep an eye on CNC. But for me, it's Ether. We were trading that yesterday, guys. It worked out fantastic, and we're going to continue and look to go back towards it today. Bitcoin was selling off last night, and Ethereum held up relatively well. So there's some relative strength there, and we're going to look for the continuation. Tesla moving higher in the pre-market. So those are the three of the names that I'm going to be looking at this morning, and we'll see what else pops up on our radar, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of things going on. INTC Intel down about 9%, as Sean mentioned earlier, and looking like it wants to continue lower. So that's another name that we can monitor as well, too, guys.
You and I are going to have much different weekends. I just got a note. Tomorrow is family movie night.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to be watching Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay.
We will be having, I could see on there, nachos apparently has been added.
And cheese.
And yeah, probably some cheese on there.
All right, some cake.
I'm going to see if we can put on some, I like to slip a little jalapeno in there. The kids put those on the side, see what's going on there.
Dice some tomatoes.
We'll get, that's what I'm figuring, because I just saw it there. And then it's make your own pizza. So we got, because my wife made this crazy pizza a couple weeks ago on the pizza stone.
Oh. So you guys got your dough.
We've got the stone. Yeah, it makes a big, huge difference.
That's crazy.
And then last night's baseball game got rained out, so unfortunately. But we already have another.
You know what you got to do? Don't tell
anybody
another rain
that
out
you're
tonight.
Do it. What?
Stuffed crust. Don't tell anybody you're gonna stuff.
That's too complicated. I'm
going
to stuff my own crust.
Man, come on.
You fold it over.
Yeah, you just fold it over. You put the cheese.
Don't tell anybody. Everyone, we're all gonna be making it together.
It's gonna be a low key move, right?
Slipping in some mozzarella in there.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's gonna want yours after. So. I remember in high school cooking class, I did that.
I like to put olives and stuff on mine. The kids don't. Yeah, high school cooking class.
High school cooking class.
Slipped in some cheese.
Yeah. So it was make your own pizza day, and I made stuffed crust, and I actually got one of the better grades because I was like,
that's very, very smart of you to do that.
So,
maybe the stuffed crust is on.
Yeah, you got to throw that.
With a little garlic parmesan, something like that going on there. Maybe you're making a calzone, someone said in the chat.
Calzone, panzerotti. Maybe.
Yeah, whatever. What is the difference between a panzerotti and a calzone?
I have no idea.
All right, same. Okay, let's get back over to the desk to two guys that won't be having pizza, is my guess.
I like pizza. I like pizza.
I just don't like carbs.
I was just looking at Tesla here, trying to hold on to 308. There was a note, it was an hour ago, but San Francisco, RoboTaxi coming this weekend.
What?
With safety drivers in the driver's seat. So
California lied to us when they said that he didn't apply for a permit. What's happening here?
Yeah. So apparently this weekend for anyone in SF, there was a huge move down late in the aftermarket yesterday for Tesla. Went all the way down to 301.50 and now back to essentially highs after a pretty good day yesterday for Tesla as well. We were just talking about this one a little bit. ASTS earnings down big time, bounced off 55. It's trying to hold right now, but there was a spike there as well. Weird, maybe a deep print. Back to essentially where it closed yesterday. But zoom out on ASTS if you haven't, because wow.
It's insane. I want to show, if I can here. So this is the weekly chart, guys, on ASTS, which is obviously a space mobile company, a rocket company. So we'll drag it here for May of 2024, and we'll take it to that high that we put in earlier this week. It's up 2,600% in the span of a year and a half. But this is not the only one that's been running in that industry. We've seen Rocket Labs as well, especially when Donald Trump started, dropping rumors that he could cancel some of SpaceX's contracts. But he made statements against that kind of trajectory yesterday, saying he wants Elon's companies to thrive.
Right? Yeah, so we'll keep ASTS on our mind here as well. I mean, there's a couple of other crypto-related stocks flying around here right now, but thoughts on this one, guys? Earnings after the close last night, not good, but still really, really constructive chart here.
ASTS, yeah. So I saw that yesterday, and yeah, we did have a decent. Actually, we didn't even cover this yesterday. Was this? This was last night. Okay. Yeah, there's the move down there. Oh yeah, yeah, $54. Right, we did have this. This was almost immediately right off the jump there. So yeah, again, we like the space that they're in. A pullback into again another support level right into here, $54. So it's just funny how sometimes you could have a bad or a good report, and either way, it just kind of comes back in and has muscle memory. So as Brendan just mentioned, yeah, the chart seems fine on this name. Again, we like the area. The move that this has had, quite incredible. AVAV, another move, another name that you could get involved with here instead of Astis. But again, good ideas charting around here today. Ignore all of these little upside moves there, but that $60, $60.50. I don't think we're going to get up to that level, obviously, but if we do fall back into that 54, we've just kind of identified an area of support. So why not look at $54? But the thing is, it's down 6% there. I was just going to review. I actually missed all the notes that Brendan was mentioning. It is in our note here, the mobile space there, float name there, higher and then after hours, $500 million private offering. So that's the situation, right? So as soon as you get into some areas of support, I think it's worth looking at. And remember, we saw the same thing happen in Webull. We saw the same thing happen in Coinbase. We just talked about it happening in MSTR. When you get offerings, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with the business. They're needing some more cash to put it to work. And I mean, that's what you're looking for. Some of these other companies, like a Google or an Apple or whatever, they'll put it back into form of a dividend, raise the dividend, give special dividends, whatever, buybacks, right? Share buybacks. So right here, ASTS, if you like the spot, down 6%, might be a great opportunity to buy it. People probably getting a little FOMO here around that $60 area. Now you get an opportunity to grab this maybe at 54 later on today. And so I think ASTS right there, yeah, not too bad. Repurchased up to 135 million of its own convertible notes, so that's good. 225 repurchase last month. So that's it, man. The new offering will be used for, it looks like, capped call transactions, so whatever all this stuff is, and general corporate purposes. So yeah, I mean, assuming that they understand what's going on, with a 21% short float, I think it's worth looking long. So I'm glad Brendan just sort of brought this to my attention here, because it was in our note and I did kind of sleep on it. So right there, $57 break is VWAP. I think that could be something that gets going here, 21% short float on a stock that we know people like.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. So you do see this initial move down to the downside here, guys, and then starting to recover and gain a lot of that back in which it's lost. So yeah, keep an eye out on this one just in case if you do get that recovery. Maybe you head back to the open of this candle. I think that'll be a bull case on this one. Maybe look for also a continuation. Just read what the price action's telling you here. But at the end of the day, it's not too bad of a look. You want to see this type of volatility, etc. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on ASTS as well too, guys.
All right. Yeah, and I just wanted to go over one more name here because Webull reminds me something similar as we brought that up. And I did, at the beginning of the week when we came back there on Wednesday, we had looked at Webull and thought that this little break there of 1650 was something. You're coming right back in again into 15 again. So this little level there, 15, goes back to May, comes back into here. We were having a little bit of a problem breaking, and when we finally did, we went up to that $18 mark again. So on a couple bad days here, Webull, nothing's changed. I still think this is a good name to get involved with. Obviously, I'm long at $11, so it's not about talking up our own book. It's talking about trying to find opportunities. So back down in here into $15. If I just didn't want to forget about this, if Webull can come into that area, I think that would be also a decent spot to buy as the Nasdaq's trying to figure itself out. Another opportunity to buy things are on upgrades and downgrades, and it's Sharif at the board.
All right, guys, Tractor Supply down, but 1.5%, but getting an upgrade today from Tesla Advisory Group up to $70. Likewise with GE Vernova, getting the nod from TD Cowen with a price target here of $6.85. Likewise with Deckers up markedly here in the pre-market, 13 and a third percent, just under that to $128. Getting the nod from Needham, and then Hovd Group. First time I'm seeing them. They're upgrading RO Financial Corporation up 1 1/5 here. On the other side of the equation, Mobileye reported yesterday, and it was a good report. They actually caught an upgrade yesterday, down just slightly here to start the morning, down 0.6. TD Cowen downgrading them with a price target of $20, as well as ST down about 0.75% on a TD Cowen downgrade. Guggenheim also downgrading CMG, Chipotle Mexican Grill. This one reported earnings a couple of days ago, and it's been selling off quite aggressively since then, starting out the day here a little red as well. And Humana catching a downgrade from Baird, but starting out the morning positive, guys.
All right, Joseph, any of those names catch your attention?
Yeah, you know what? Chipotle was all right. You can see that it sells, and you get this big time gap down here, Sean. So maybe look for somewhat of recovery. We do remember it split. What was it split? A 50-1. And I mean, that's the thing. And I mean, not to compare apples to oranges here, but looking for names like Costco and some of the more expensive ones to split. Now that we received that in CMG, maybe get some more retail involvement, but you can see we're also heading towards some key support levels on the daily. So I'll keep an eye out on this for a potential bounce as well too. So CMG, not too bad, and I think it can recover at some point. But honestly, I personally have only been to Chipotle a couple times. I don't think it's fantastic or anything along those lines, but I can't complain. I know a lot of people like it there, Sean.
Yeah. It's hard to judge, when you're looking at a stock, about the company itself. Half these companies that obviously we trade on here, we don't know too much about other than what they tell us. So right here, as the Nasdaq tries to bounce off, yeah, CMG actually caught my attention as well, because we had that same kind of a bottom form yesterday, and I think when patterns are there, you got to sort of take advantage of them. And I'm just a support and resistance trader, pretty simple. So I'm looking at this, and I actually think it's a break short right here on another downgrade. Day 2 activity there. As Sharif mentioned, there's the earnings.
It breaks through some of these key support levels.
Yeah, I think it's not even. I just think right here, whatever this is, I didn't even zoom back out. This is $45. So I think Chipotle breaking through $45 is something today. Again, on a downgrade. Sometimes day 2 plays continue to form out. We're going to talk about with Tesla as well. And then if you zoom this back out, this is what gives me a little bit of interest in the name for sure. Is you mentioned the split, so that was that. But right into there, I mean, we held yesterday. If it doesn't hold, that's it, right? So, okay, so Tesla's behind pace on Elon Musk's goal of producing 5,000 robots this year.
Okay.
Let's just have a quick look to see what's going on there. I mean, stock note comes out, stock does not much, but right there, 5,000 robots. Hey, what do you think about that? I think that's pretty easy target for them to hit once things are rocking. I mean, the way that they get those lines going there, they can produce like a couple cars a minute there. So I think once that gets going, I don't think that'll be a number.
I think more of the issue, the demand for these two as well. So I'm curious to see.
Right, and I think that once they get those robots and they can show use cases, factories, so on and so forth. What's up, Fabian? Once they can get all that sort of popping, and then Amazon puts an order out to buy some. I mean, the big thing about Tesla is what happened to those semi trucks. I mean, they were supposed to have a whole bunch there. Yeah. Pepsi and all this, Walmart getting into the semi. I still think Tesla has a lot to go. We're going to talk about them in a minute. They're on the sticky note today, which I'm just about to push send on. I just want to make sure that we got.
There's a lot of these semis in Austin. My friend was telling me that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I mean, I think
he's quite a bit of them. I haven't seen any of them here. Obviously, it's only Cybertruck and some of the standard vehicles. But no, other than that, I haven't seen any of the Tesla semis.
See, and this is what we're talking about. Like, get into our chat immediately. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, get part of our group right here. But basically, Miami Dragon there. I just want everyone to know that you have to go immediately and find Sharif's TikTok. This is very, very important. We need to get as many views on TikTok as possible.
Yeah, go check his TikTok.
Yeah, check out our
Yeah.
TikTok immediately because it is very, very
One's rolling.
important.
One's rolling. He's got a bunch of views on this one, so it's
Yeah, he's
starting
got-
to catch some steam.
yeah.
6401, guys. That's where we closed out yesterday on the ES September contract. So it's the first time we actually closed above 6,400. We had been above it on the prior day. We still have an overnight high of 6421. So we'll say 6425. That's going to be our resistance level if we can maintain that 6400 area. We're above it right now. The overnight low, 6401. So look for that, Brendo, as support.
A lot to get into this morning. If you haven't done so yet, jump down to the description of this video. Top link there will get you to the sign-up page for the watch list, as always. Absolutely free. Every single morning comes right to your inbox with everything you need to know in the pre-market, what's moving, little on why, and then you come hang out with us. We'll talk you through how to deal with it ahead of the open. Intel basically at session lows here right now. We're trying to bounce off 2060, but a pretty ugly look here this morning to start things off. A ton of cuts in this earnings report right across the board. I mean, obviously worse than expected numbers to go along with that, but the talk at least was in the right direction.
Yeah, and Lip Bhutan, the new CEO, he's all about cuts. Just to build on your point, Brendo, he's going to shut down a couple of foundries that are under construction in Europe. We'll get to that in a second. Revenue, 12.86 billion, easily beating the 11.92 expected by the street on with adjusted EPS of minus 10 pennies. Not comparable due to a 20 penny impact from an $800 million impairment charge related to excess equipment, so no comparables here. The net loss widened, though, to $2.9 billion, guys, or 67 cents per share. That's from 1.61 billion last year over year, where they lost about 38 pennies per share. So profitability remains elusive. They expect, though, with the guide here, Q3 revenue to be 13.1 billion. With EPS a little bit below consensus at about 4 pennies. CEO Lip Bhutan, in his second earnings report, Brendo, confirmed major layoffs, sadly, with 15% of the workforce reduction expected, and plans to end 2025 with about 75,000 employees, give or take. We'll have to wait and see how the foundry business goes. The operating expenses are also being trimmed by $17 billion in 2025, and he's streamlining management and personally reviewing chip designs. Never heard about a CEO doing that. So good hands-on there. They're also canceling their fabrication buildouts in Germany and Poland, and they're slowing down their Ohio factory construction due to overinvestment and lack of demand. They're also testing assembly ops and will be consolidated in Vietnam and Malaysia. New investments like the 14A process that they're dropping the 18A process for will not be going ahead unless they have confirmed orders from clients. So good look there. In their foundry business, reported $3.17 billion in operating losses, Brendo, on $4.4 billion in revenue.
Probably a good idea to have sales before you make the thing to sell to people. He just needs to start making them in his oven, in his kitchen, like Jensen, and then it's fine, right? And then everybody will.
Yeah, that's Jensen's look, Brendo.
Just a heads up, Trump is making some comments right now. He's talking about the EU and the chance of a deal, 50-50, he's calling it right now, for a trade deal with Europe. So there was a move down there in the market, but right back up here, guys.
So yeah, good little talk there about Intel.
So,
I mean, like
yeah.
you were saying, man, it doesn't matter who the CEO is, I don't think, at this point anymore. I mean, Lip Bhutan has been, when he took over, it was around the same price, and now it's right back in here into $20 again. We had that huge run up to $24, and I just feel like, I sit here and I talk about like how stupid to have money in this thing, because I'm thinking that there is a chance for it to finally get going, Joe, and every time it does, it kind of makes
right
these
back
moves
in.
again. I mean, the way to trade Intel is to buy. I mean, if you kind of get rid of my mug here, you'll see, there you go, thank you. You see a little bottom there, up to the same level, so that's basically 19 up to 20, let's call it 25 to 27. Right back in again to 18, 19 again, right back up. This time we really get going. I think this was the new CEO announcement right there, up to 27, 28. Then guess what, Joe? Right back into 19,
right
20 again, right back up to $26 again, right back down into 18, $19 again, right back to 24. The only problem that I'm having right now is that's nice, and you make a higher high there, and you think, okay, maybe it's time to go, and then we get all the way back down, but then we don't make it high, another high again, and then we kind of make a lower high right there, but then we make a new higher low, and you're like, okay, maybe it's all good. Then we get right back up to this level again, and we can't even take out 24, 25 bucks again, and now you fall right back. So I'm just going to play the game this time. If we can get back into 19 or 20 bucks, I do actually think it's probably a buy. Get some of this sort of froth off this quarter, and let's just hope that rejuvenated workforce of the cutting of 15% of this workforce, gets them a little bit more efficient, gets them to where they need to be. I think Intel's a buy at some point, but it's not a buy until $19 or $20 because price and memory don't lie. And I think as long as we get into this level, then it's a buy for me. And it's on today's sticky note, which is now out. I put some different things on there today, put some headlines and whatnot that we're talking about, Google, Intel, Deckers, Newmont mining as well. But there's Intel right there. I don't know if we're going to get back to 22, but it was obviously a weak release. Plus, you get those staff cuts. I like fading on the pops. I mean, you don't cut staff if things are working well. Now you're down that 9%. You didn't get much of action yesterday, but once we sort of broke through that $22 mark there, and I stopped the charts at 430, but we were holding 2250, 2250. All of a sudden, once we broke out, those floodgates opened up, and now you're well underneath. The $22 was the 200 period moving average when we were writing this thing down. Obviously, as we come down in, we're going to watch out for that. So the other point that I put on the sticky note was, let's just wait for levels to develop. We don't necessarily need to smash this bottom right there of $20.50. We've done that before and it hasn't worked out as Intel's gotten a pop. If it was supposed to be a bad quarter, why is it down 8% tonight? Why wasn't it down a lot more earlier on during sort of that initial release? So I think that the market kind of liked the release, then they didn't like the talk afterwards. Yeah. So for me, let's just wait to see. The boss of everything is price action. And once we see it, Joe, then we'll be able to trade off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's an early banger trade.
No, and I agree with you there, Sean. As you mentioned not too long ago, is that looking to cut about 25,000 jobs. No, I'm good, thank you. So yeah, looking to cut around 25,000 jobs. But if you want to talk about sitting in a name and then not doing so much, this is the price we're essentially trading at since June of 1997. So, I mean, that is not too good of a look. And looking to sway from its foundry business as well, too. So, I mean, just keep an eye out on INTC. I believe it's his first full quarter. He got half of one. Obviously, fact-check me that there, chat, but I'm pretty sure it's his first full quarter. Give him a couple more to see what he can get going on. But, yeah, this name is really, really tough. And for me personally, I don't trade it that often either, right? Just considering it's a repeat offender, you get these moves higher, you come right back into the middle of the range, and then essentially it does the same thing over and over again, is what Sean was kind of explaining. And for me, if the stock is doing that, it's not going to be on my radar. I won't be grabbing it and hoping that when I buy it, that it's going to hopefully change its tone. I don't think that's going to be the case here in INTC. We need some big time things to change, and I think that's going to take multiple quarters under Le Boutin, even if that does happen out there, guys.
All right, let's go to Bitcoin. If you missed it overnight, so I'll show you the chart here. That was there we go. That was a move downside we had overnight. We get all the way down to 115,000. Nice bounce up to 116 right now on a bit of a pullback. I mean, overall, if you zoom out, yeah, it's down, but it's not that big of a deal considering the way this thing can move if it wants to get going. So everything in this group going to be downside a little bit here.
Yeah, and it was funny because I felt like we were going to break through 120,000 again yesterday when we touched it, but not really. So it dipped, guys, here about 104. It depends on your exchange, obviously, because they all show different numbers. 114,518, dropping about 2% in 24 hours after flirting with that $120,000 level. It later rebounded and is continuing to rebound back up to 116, but volatility remains high. Then the drop actually triggered about $140 million in Bitcoin liquidations in one 24-hour period. Across the crypto market, Brendo, there was $532 million in total positions that were liquidated in a 24-hour period. 142,000 traders were forced to sell, with 70% of losses actually coming from long positions. So it's not short sellers here piling in, according to this article. It really highlights the over-leveraged market conditions and trader sentiment misalignment, according to this article. And XRP led the decliners amid the breakdown, falling below $3 at psychological support before rebounding back to $3.12. About $16.5 million in XRP liquidations occurred yesterday as well, in the same 24-hour period. And now XRP's dropped more than 10% since July 21st, making it one of the weakest performers of the bunch. You had Solana drop 2.8, Doge drop 2.3. Ethereum, though, Brendo, defied the trend, at least momentarily, rising up 2%. After BNB also climbed 0.9% after hitting new all-time highs of 808.
A lot moving around on the equity side of things for crypto as a result. This morning, I'm just keeping my eye on more Trump comments coming through right now. They're talking about more deals to come before August, but nothing significant. Guys, just be aware Trump's still speaking.
I mean, as for Bitcoin, if we take a look at the weekly chart here, you're just continuously stair-stepping. And I've always talked about the lengths of the consolidation. So you get a leg up, you consolidate a little bit, pulls back an additional leg up. So, I mean, if it's done it once, if it's done it twice, I'm going to be looking for it to do it again. Obviously, we want a nice, steady incline up into, obviously, people are looking at $250,000, whatever it may be, whatever your price target is. But it takes time. But as long as we got people like Michael Saylor, and then now we have the Bitmine, Tom Lee starting to grab this stuff even more hand over fist. I think at some point you're just going to go on a big time move, and his bull case is $1 million in the next couple of years. With that being said, if that does happen, you're going to see some big time moves in Bitcoin. It's just you just got to be patient with this name and let it do its thing. But you can see it's just steady appreciation from these lows in 23, and then we're up approximately 594% from those lows. So just keep an eye on it. I think it does continue to grind higher. But for me right now, it's all about ETH, Katina, man, even Ether, just because of the Genius Act. I really like this. And for me personally, I'm just trying to follow trends, essentially. And I think that we got a good one here with...
so what's the Genius Act
it's the
front of this? Why is Ethereum popping so much on that?
Well, because the majority of the stable coins are built on the Ethereum blockchain and on the Ethereum network. So that's what
Ethereum is so expensive to use. That was always the thing that I had thought.
Yeah, well, the gas you're referring to, right? Yeah, when you're using gas. Yeah, and I agree with you on that front. But it also does have the ability to generate a yield as well too, so you can stake.
Right. Yeah. Some of mine is staked.
Yeah, you can stake it, so that can generate some other passive income as well too. And I think there's another. I don't know if it's IPO'd yet, but the Ethereum machine, it's kind of like a MicroStrategy system where they're gonna you want to buy the shares, but then they're also going to stake the Ethereum, so you get the appreciation of Ethereum plus the stock and the staking as well too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hey man, in the world of fake money, Ethereum and Bitcoin seem to be number one. I mean, I really like it. I was actually talking about adding to my Bitcoin position. I talked about this yesterday live on the show, actually. And the call that I had made was, and it's funny that you had just mentioned, I have a similar, actually I closed my BTC chart actually, but was once we break through 120, why not just go crazy with it and try to find support, like just go in. Yeah. Because if you're in this for the long term, like we said, is Bitcoin, I mean, we have another halvening, that could create some action there.
28, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 years from now, so I think there could be some action there as well. But what's going to slow it down? I mean, right now we're in a pretty big bull market.
And sorry, also, Katina, one thing as well too, Bitcoin is usually stronger in the second half of the halvening cycle. So you get this chopping around for the first couple of years, and then in the latter half is when it starts to really make moves too as well.
Hey man, I mean, it's so funny because all of us have stories about being in Bitcoin at $1,000, being in Bitcoin at $5,000, being in Bitcoin at $30,000. Are we going to get back into it at 120? All right, so I have Ethereum right here on the note today. Why not? Let's go, man. It's a sticky note. It's up there. We put it out in the chat. The most looked at thing here, social media-wise. We only have 600 views today. I have to refresh that. Get that, it's probably a lot higher. But right there, let's go with Ethereum right there. I said it's holding up real well considering what we've seen in Bitcoin land as well. There had over 6,000 views yesterday. Let me see what it has today. Right now, 1,300. Okay, we'll get that going. But right now, Ethereum, again, I like the stock. I was looking at it at this break spot right here, 28.50. Try to take out some of these weekly levels. Obviously, you get back into where we were at the beginning of the week up here at 29.25. But why not? If it wants to be strong, this is 28.50. We bounced off of it yesterday. We sort of didn't get to it on Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday was a high up there of 29 and change. I think we can retest. You know, I mean, do you want to be short this over the weekend? Probably not. We just talked to Joe about the Genius Act and why people are liking Ethereum. It's down 1%. Let's see if it gets going. We don't have to trade it early. We just have to trade it late. And when it breaks that 28.50, I think that's going to be on my mind. So let's go Ethereum breaking 28.50. I don't think that's ETHA. I don't think there's much risk to this trade. Worst case scenario, you can get out at 28. 28 is where the VWAP is. 50 cents worth of risk. If you're not here for that, then maybe not the right thing for you, because I don't think you should be scalping in and out of 5 or 6 cents of these things. If it goes, it goes. It's something that you could hold all day. And then again, if once we get news or anything for some kind of a reason for it to move, then you can act on it. But play the momentum long. That's all. I mean,
I've been building a position in ETH. I plan on holding it for the foreseeable future.
You know, it's I mean, it's Friday, right? I mean, the market's gonna be relatively flat here to start with. Look for crypto. Crypto's down 1%. IBIT's down even more. I mean, that could be where the juice is, especially if this market gets going. People could look to buy the dips and rate.
Yeah, exactly. If it sells off over the weekend, guess what? Bright and early Monday morning, who's buying more?
Joe.
Joe is. So there you go.
And Joe can single-handedly run up Ethereum stock. This is the kind of buying power. This is the kind of money we pay this man to get in there, put his paycheck into Ethereum. So, yeah, that would not be a good idea, Joe.
No.
You know, you never know. You never know.
Hey, you got to put on risk, right? You want to make big money, you got to put in big money, right? So that's how it works.
That's what we're talking about. All right, back over to the desk. It's 9:20, and we still have a little ways to go.
Palantir, Piper Sandler with a positive note on Palantir this morning, initiating coverage, talking all kinds of positively as well. We'll get to some of the details here. Just keep an eye out right now, actually, 155 coming into play, that high in resistance area from yesterday.
Absolutely, Brendo, and it's a hefty price target here. They have a $175 price target from Piper, implying a 13% upside from yesterday's close. Keep an eye out on that. Stocks are already up 105% year to date, but analyst Brent Bracelin sees more room to run based on fundamentals and long-term positioning. He sees them as a unique growth opportunity as well as a great margin play. He says the rare blend of 30% revenue growth and 40% free cash flow margins is rare in the industry. He's also said they're going to grow into a $4 billion revenue run rate over 22 years and a $24 billion run rate by 2032. That's pretty substantial there. He also sees them as a secular winner in the AI revolution with catalysts across both the commercial and the government verticals, and he believes their 30% CAGR compounding annual growth rate can continue into the future, supported by $1 trillion in addressable market, their TAM, total addressable market. Last but not least, Brando, they did acknowledge the rich valuation premium and the high risk associated profile, but he sees the upside as justified for long-term investors, and the unconventional leadership, let's call it that, and culture at the company stands to benefit.
I like that term for them. I mean, ton of relative strength here, guys, for Palantir today versus the market.
There's really not much else to talk about here. This stock is up over 100% this year. It just continues to go higher. It's going to, unfortunately, I mean, again, you know, shout out to everybody looking at the same stocks today. I mean, I think we always tend to look at these stocks, but there's 156 there, Piper with coverage. We like it. I like the AI story. We just talked about the margins continuously improving there as well. And, you know, that's the other thing. When you're software for service and things like that, you just looking at your margins because they already have this moat around them. They've been approved. They're Foundry. Everything is good to go with Palantir, man. As more companies look to get in this AI rates and use data, they're managing the data for you and providing, you know, all the answers. So I like Palantir here today. The fact that it's up 0.4, it's already at its all-time high. Its all-time high is 155.70, I believe. We might actually be above it already on the all-time day. Yeah, 155.68 made about 4 days ago. 155.68 right into there. So we're already at all-time highs. It will take it out on at 9.25. There will be a Palantir buy imbalance. Is going to be what I'm thinking. And there goes 156. So for me, I'm going long at 156 on a Palantir break because why not? I mean, we know that this name wants to run, and when it does, it is very excited. So we'll watch out for Palantir. I don't know always taking these breaks here today, especially with the market being flat, but hey, man, we've seen Palantir. You want to get on the back of it when it's moving. It's a big-time Momo stock.
Yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. All right, guys, big news for Vietnam's green mobility shift and a major win for VinFast, Nasdaq, VFS. Starting July 1st, 2026, Hanoi will ban gas-powered motorcycles in its city center, kicking off a nationwide move towards electric transport. VinFast is in its prime position to benefit with major investments in EV tech, battery production, and charging networks. It has a strong head start while others scramble. VinFast is ready, and this policy only sharpens its edge. Check out VFS there, guys. Yeah, so as for Palantir, we know this is obviously a fan favorite amongst the chat and even Katina Man, but how could you even argue it? This is the April lows. As you mentioned, you're up over 100% from that level, 134%. So it's looking really good. Everything about Palantir continuing to grab more commercial and government contracts. So it's absolutely fantastic. But kind of just to sway, I know Katina Man likes Palantir, but we also like Robinhood as well too. So I mean, 278% off of those April lows was a really good look. But yeah, Palantir, look for the continuation in strength, guys, as we're continuing to climb earlier in the pre-market sessions here, and then maybe you get a break of some of these 155 levels. Once those hold, look for this stock to continue to the top side for sure.
A couple more to get through here. DEC actually trying to get going right now. That's 120, what was it? 122, I guess, was the high after the close yesterday on this better than expected earnings report. A little bit thin here this morning. Not a lot of volume or liquidity, but a good report.
Yeah, and a 15%. Who can argue with that? Big breakout there, guys. So let's talk about how they did. Q1 net income of about $140 million. That's up from 116 last year. That beat the expectations, guys. So they printed about, let's just say, 93 pennies per share. The street was looking for around, I believe here, 68 pennies. So a good beat there. Revenue also rose substantially year over year to 17%, just under that $1 billion, 964 million, Brendo. And I know you'll be interested in this. The Hoka sales. Is that how much? Is it Hoka? Yeah, up 20% to 653 million. UGG sales up 19%, up to 265. And their channel breakdown here: wholesale revenue surged 27%, and their direct-to-consumer rose less than 1%. We've been seeing that a lot in the industry, with Nike kind of rolling back direct-to-consumer as well, and so are they. So interesting.
Yeah, Hoka and ON. Just crushing the marketing game right now. I actually switched to Brooks, and I won't go back.
You were telling me, and those were like discount shoes when you and I were
so
growing
good right
up,
now.
right? Like,
so good right now.
Not anymore.
Especially for endurance and longer term. Bouncing right now here, guys. Again, just real quick, ASTS, if we don't get to it, 500 million in on offering. There's 135 million in buybacks announced as well, on top of a 4.25% convertible note. So ASTS down here, but trying to bounce as well.
Are you good?
Yeah, the Decker coming back to this report high, looking pretty good. ASTS we touched on earlier. You get that sell starting to cover as well too there, guys. But the continuation, you break through some of these pre-market zones. I think it's looking pretty good for a long here on DECK.
All right, not much going on here. You mentioned ASTS. ASTS, there does have a buy and balance, and we talked about liking that stock because of that short float. And again, just an offering. So to me, that's not the end of the world. That's already been discounted right there. So there's the offering, there's the discount. Now just let it trade. And I think that, a break here of $57 gets this name going, and you're going to regret not taking ASTS if it does come through. NVIDIA starting the day off. I don't actually have this one written down, despite it being P&L number one for, what day was I back? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. I'm going to ignore NVIDIA for now, but I do like that 174 take and break. People are asking me what trades I have ready to go. Okay, so I have Ethereum ready to go. If this takes out 28.50, we're going to go long up there. I'm just reading off. The sticky note is now out. You can go find it at Trader TV. Sean will put it once again in the chat. I know SBET got a new CEO. We'll talk about that as the market opens up here a little bit. I like Google, and Google on a day two play, man. I mean, we really liked those dip buy opportunities yesterday. Obviously, we got hit early on it. It was the only red stock that I had yesterday. We went 4 for 5, but there goes Google to the downside right there into 191. We'll see if that can hold. I was actually waiting for a 194 break, so right there. So I'm going to wait to see if Google wants to go upside rather than downside right now, because that's where it's going. It's heading lower, so maybe 191 for some kind of support. I'm not in love with that. I think if Intel can somehow rip, which I don't think it will, then we're going to watch out for this 200 period moving average. That's 2150 right there, but 22 was the mark that I had made. I'm going to leave that alone. I think we've decided on that right here until we get some levels. I will be long Palantir big time. So hopefully this one can go through. And I'm actually going to lower the shares a little bit because we're right here right now. So we'll go, whoopsies. Tesla, did Tesla just break? Because that one,
it's a little bit higher.
Okay, so Tesla, unfortunately, the order that I used does not get me in the pre-market, so that's okay. That breaks through 309, so I'm actually going to take a little bit right now on that. So there goes the 309 break. We're into Tesla right here to start off with. The other, yeah, because it's a trade I wanted, right? I mean, we're only a minute away now. We're in it a little bit early on TSLA. Joe and I both in this. Welcome to Trader TV Live. And then Palantir, Google, and then the TQQs, which was the market. So I'm actually looking at this one breaking through 89, which is right up here. If you look at my bottom right of my screen, that's been the weekly high right there, $89. So we'll see if the Nasdaq wants to get going. But right now we're in Tesla, and we will be in Palantir right off the open. That's the scary moment because we can either miss the punch or it does the break and fake. So Tesla right now for me is what we're looking at.
Nice, good look there. Yeah. So I got out here real quickly. So it was a nice scalp. I don't want to hold this into the open, but a nice little move right there. We won't complain about that one.
On.
If we do get a move back to VWAP, Katina man, we're right back in the same with along with you right there. Boom.
What up,
Fabian ringing the bell this morning. Sean and I ready to rock and roll, looking to see if we can find some moves in Ether. And there it is. We're open, guys. What do we got cooking up? What is Tesla doing? It's kind of relaxing right now. Nothing
and there goes
crazy.
Palantir, of course.
There goes Palantir to the top side, as you just mentioned. Tesla's slightly coming in here, guys, not breaking through some of these resistance zones, the pre-market resistance zones, that is, but just give it a couple of seconds. Anything can happen on this name, Sean.
All right. People are tired of me saying this, dude.
It's another one? It's another one.
It just worked, man. Okay. It just freaking worked right there. And there it is right now. This could be one of the biggest trades in Trader TV. No, we always say it, but hey, man, I mean, we're upping our shares, right? We're not going that way. We're going the other way. We're going higher right now. So there it goes, man. What a break there for us on Palantir. What a break. Hey, dude, we've got $2 on Tesla right now. We've got $2. We got $1 and change on Palantir. Hey, you are welcome back here anytime, my friend, because right there, we now have, it's the biggest day of July for me right now. And there it goes, dude. Whatever, it's quick. Hey, man, we'll talk about it. We hit it with a couple shares there. So we're pretty happy with what's been happening now, Joseph. And there it goes, man. It's Palantir. It is now all-time highs. And oh boy, that's a big number that we just put up on the board right there. So congratulations to everybody else that also hits this. Boom. Big one, Joseph.
Nice move.
Absolutely big one.
Brother.
But unfortunately now I'm done. So the show is yours for the next couple hours.
So you can, hey, listen, you can just go grab your stuff, take the ride up with me to the cottage. We're rocking and rolling at 11 o'clock.
I got commitments, but I would love to do that, my guy. Right now. We are $4 in the money, Joseph. $4 in the money.
Palantir. Yeah, that thing is absolutely insane.
Bye-bye.
Here goes Tesla. I'm keeping my eyes on ETH just in case, but it's kind of dead right now. Not moving like some of these tech stocks, but there it is. Boom. Katina man with a big time move. I was like, I don't want to hold this to the open, but there you go. Katina man rocket to the top side. That's a really nice one there. And it's continuing to climb higher, up over 1.5% because
what are we even doing?
He's done. He's switching spots with me. He's going up to the. Oh yeah, you got movie night.
I got movie night. I got tonight. We have baseball again. I coach the girls tomorrow up there. But right now we're $5, $6 in the money.
There you go. So good look there. Beautiful stuff there on Tesla. Keep in mind. Oh, there goes Google as well. Oh, what a missed opportunity. We'll wait and be patient. Ethereum kind of setting up how I want. We'll step back into this name just in case it wants to get going as well. So Ethereum coming back towards the volume weighted average price. I don't know why it's different on two different, I have two different charts here, and you can see VWAP right there and then VWAP down here. So we're going to be a little bit patient, but Tesla continuing to grind higher, Google moving to the top side, and Ethereum, my play of the day, starting to come back in a little bit. So we'll keep an eye out on this one. Yeah, I mean, we traded it yesterday. It worked out pretty well for us there, Sean. So why not go back to it the following day, right? And there it is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll just the thing about it is like Joseph and I, we all trade on a prop floor, right? And so the purpose of trading here is so that we can use other people's capital, and we're able to use as many shares as basically our risk can hold, right? And so sometimes, you know, when you're seeing something and I'm celebrating because we're $7 in the money, you know, if I was trading my own account, you know, I don't have that kind of buying power to actually make it, you know, that significant of a play. But when you're here doing things like this, you're able to do whatever the...
Oh, Katina, man, there goes Ethereum. Let's go.
Let's just keep going, man.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just like right here. We're up $3 on Tesla.
Rock and roll.
And again, it's just one of those things, Joe. You know, we talk about this all the time. Sharif's got the TikToks. Neil's got his note. You've got your thing up as well. This is the sticky note right here. I mean, we've got Palantir 156 long. That is $3 in the money. It's $9.34 right now. Tesla, we have 308.50 or the pre-market high. That is also $2, right? So it's just like, it's just about trying to, yeah, it is a props thing, but it's just about trying to follow what you're doing. There's nothing else. Like, don't trade. I don't want you to trade my book. I don't want anybody to trade. I want them to do their own thing, but at the same time, I think that's probably the best thing about what we do around here, sharing the ideas, sharing the sort of the experiences that we have, getting excited when we have winners. I mean, you know, I've been around a prop floor, obviously, my whole life, literally my whole working life, and I know how tough it is, and I know that, you know, there are traders out there that get frustrated all of the time. They join these competitions. They're doing this, they're doing that. Well, I'm just trying to show you that these are plays that if we make them and they're proper, then right there, I just made the whole week up in 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's
so it's just like those are the opportunities that you have, and I think it's worth it to celebrate those and to talk about them. So there goes Tesla, there goes Palantir, and we just made multiple weeks right there in 5 minutes. So it's just it's just one of those things. We can also lose. Yesterday we had that bad experience with Google going against us, and some days they go against you, some days they go for you. And if you're not celebrating your wins, then you know you're kind of just hanging out, right? And so for me, that's what I'm doing, and obviously pretty emotional when we were able to do some trades like that. So again, congratulations to anybody that's in those names. Nice. Palantir and Tesla, we both got the, well, you were in and out there of Tesla, but there goes Tesla still now.
Got a little Ethereum here as well too. We got out of that trade as it came back in. We punched through some VWAP, but yeah, Sean, to add to your point, I mean, we get excited and everything, rightfully so, in my opinion, because we tell you when we lose. And we're like, hey, we take everything on the chin. We're totally open and what it is. And we like to have fun. And obviously, when we make money in our account, our personal accounts, and even on the floor, it's exciting because this is a tough game. But as for trading other people's book, it doesn't work. Mirror trading doesn't work. You have to interpret your own DNA into your trading style. You can see Katina Man put on some really nice trades in Palantir and Tesla, essentially done his day. I'm trading a little bit of Ethereum and Tesla as well too. Tesla's still going. It's going nuts.
We're $8 in the money.
Yeah, so there it is. Fantastic stuff there from Sean. And yeah, Ethereum working out pretty good for us as well. We'll hop right back in here momentarily, but that's what it is, guys. You got to trade your own book. You got to interpret your own DNA into your trading style, and sure enough, you'll be able to adapt and generate your own trade book. But yeah, you don't want to mimic other people's trading styles because it doesn't. No,
the thing is, I mean, I'm looking at the chat like people want, you know, and they think it is obviously. We are somewhat bragging about the positions that we have on. This is what it is. I'm sure last week Neil and Obi had $7, $8, $9 as well, things like that. Everybody has different styles, and like you just mentioned as well. So take it for what it's worth. We don't discuss P&Ls on this show, so we just have to talk about the trades that we're in. Yeah, so there's nothing else to do. So you like that Ethereum trade. I like that one as well. Let's have a quick look at Intel because right now, there it is, man. I mean, you know, for the first 4 minutes of the show, we're going to talk about trades that we're in. So let's go. Now, here's Intel. Again, I think we had nailed this one when we had talked about it, that we were going to wait for something to happen. And I was not that excited about Intel today, and I think for good reason. I mean, look, not much has happened, right? I mean, Intel, the number has come out yesterday. It wasn't well received initially, but it wasn't poorly received either. But then overnight, during the read, it obviously made that move down. So right now, I'm only in about 17, 18% of Palantir. I'm going to get another piece out right now. Just don't want all this stuff to sort of collapse back in. We've got to make sure that we are taking profits. Our best outs were 159. What's up, Sharif?
Escape, Sean. It's not up. It's more like down to the tune here of 8% after getting a price target upgrade yesterday from Goldman, up from 2 to 3. Selling coming in today fast and furious, boys, trying to hold 11.5.
500 there. Okay, thank you for all of that. We have Centene as well today. CNC, that was having a nice move there. And we can look at Astis to see what that's doing as well. Centene continues to make that move higher here. We did have a good break right in the open there. That was at 840, 850, and then we faded back out. And here it is since open. Nice move up for Centene, back up through 4% right now. ASTS, look, without looking at this, I like the 57 break. I haven't looked at it yet. down to 55. So there it is. Look at that 50. Again, I commented it before we looked at it, right? So there it goes right there. 57 does not break and fades back out. So this is at a level right here. I mean, look at this, 54, 55 bucks. We talked about that with Brendo and Sharif earlier. It's like you get that offering, you come right back in, and now you're just hanging out again in and around 54.50 there for ASTS. So let's watch out what's going on right there with Astis again, possibly. People asking about where the out for Tesla is. I mean, we're $4. So right now, I have less than 10% of this left. Once this ripped up, we got a lot out there at 310, to be honest with you. Like, we got that 308, we punched into 309. This is what's on the sticky note. So we had 308, we have written on here 308.50. The price I'm long at is 308.15, but we were able to get a dip buy early, so we did take advantage of that. Punched in there, doubled our position off the 200 period move, off the 50 and VWAP. Then we went to the upside. So appreciate that, Joe, but there it goes, Tesla. Stop order, let's just use the 50 period moving average. Again, we have 10% left, maybe 309 or so break there on Tesla. So we'll have a check in on that as well. But that's what we're doing right now. And a good couple outs there on Palantir as we're fading right back in on that one. We just took down VWAP. Let this thing settle down. The market obviously hits to the south side as well. The only other trade that I was looking at here was Intel, Ethereum. You're into that. And then how low did Google get exactly?
Google went a little bit
bounced
lower.
off the same level again.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get a move. I'm looking at Google right now, Sean, just as you mentioned it. So we're starting to recover. We'll be patient on this name to see if we can get a possible entry here right around the volume weighted average price. Let me pull it up. Good thing we got out of Ether as well, too. So we took a little scalp on that one. Nothing substantial, but we're going to keep an eye on Google just in case it wants to continue to the top side. Great numbers, decides that it wants to sell. Sharif, what do you got for us, brother?
Building on that trade that Sean's got, here it is, guys. So they're Tesla planning to launch the RoboTaxi in San Francisco this weekend, and we have more details about where that's going to be. So they're gonna cover large swaths of the Bay Area, including Marin, much of the East Bay, as well as stretches of San Francisco going all the way out to San Jose. Expect that this weekend, despite reports yesterday from California that they had not applied for a license.
Yeah, very interesting, but a positive catalyst, and you can see the move that we're experiencing in Tesla, starting to come back in towards VWAP, but I think with the strength, one thing to note here, Sean, is look at the volume really start to stair-step down, so for me, that can give it another good opportunity for the continuation to the long side. I think this is what investors want to see from Elon as well, Sharif, is that just more cities and start sending in those applications. So, I mean, yeah, a pretty good look in Tesla. Volume starting to pick back up. Maybe we're going to get involved in this name once again here, Sean.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to figure out as well. That's why we talked about.
Do we reload, right?
Are we?
Reload it.
What did you say? Okay, don't forget, it doesn't work over here. The reloaded thing. You would smack that short, but right now it does not. And CMG now up 1.7%. What's up, Andre? And everybody else over there. There it goes up to 46 and change, 45.50, 46.50. So CMG nicely cooking here on day two play. Right now $3. Tesla continues to go as well. Netflix, I talked about Netflix. Oh, no problem. Yeah, keep the stream
is lagging. Yeah,
keep the stream going. If the stream is lagging, it is frozen a little bit there as well. We have had some issues lately with that. So yeah, if you are having any issues, please refresh it. Andre has.
Oh, there goes Google, Katina, man.
Which level? Which level?
We're at 152 okay. Now. Yeah,
that 191 was a buy. Yeah. Stupid of us not to do it. Did you get long?
Yeah, I'm in some right Google right there. Yeah, 192.46. We're getting about 50 pennies on that one there. So we'll pull up Google. We're still long Tesla. See if we can get a continuation on that one. But there it is. Google starting to climb higher for your boy there. So we'll take a little bit more off these highs and see if we can continue and break this key pivot. But Google right through the volume weighted average price. And there we go. We get another pop right there, Katina, man. So not looking too bad.
Minute for
Joseph. Google. Yeah, so that's a good one. Still sitting in this Tesla. But yeah, Google, Ethereum, we get a little pops on those. And let's see if we can hold VWAP here on TSLA, guys. Not the best entry. Comes back back into VWAP, we'll hop out of that trade, no problem at all. Small potatoes, small potatoes.
There we go, man. I like it. I like it a lot, dude. Good trade on that one for sure, man. I mean, it's really nice to see you putting on some risk there and taking that nice trade there on Google. We'll see what happens now. I'm still waiting for that 194 to break, but wow, that 191. And just before we go over to Sharif, I just wanted to show everybody, there it was right there. We talked about Google getting into 191. So what a great opportunity that was in for Google. But oh, hell yeah, to what kind of a day it's been here today. Rest in peace, my guy, Terry Bollea, Mr. Hulk Hogan. What's up, Sharif?
Sentiment entirely, Sean. What's not up again is Alibaba down here 1.5% with most of these Chinese ADRs. Here's what's happening, guys. So a lot of these Chinese tech firms are dropping their prices for AI charging about 1/5 what their actual international competitors are actually charging. So Alibaba breaking through 119 at the low day.
All right, yeah, we take a look at Baba, but first we got to take a little bit more off here on Google as we climb towards some of these pre-market highs. Let's see what Baba is up to. You know what, Sean, didn't take crazy size on that one there, but a nice little move through the volume-weighted average price. So we'll see what we got going on that one. BABA, tab NY, dude. Yeah, starting to sell off here, negative 1.3% on the day. Coming back in towards the volume-weighted average price, so keep an eye out on Baba. But we like Google right now, Katina, so we'll keep an eye on this one. We're out of Tesla as well, too, as it's coming through the volume-weighted average price. I think there's going to be another opportunity to get involved. Just have to be a little bit more patient around the volume-weighted average.
Yeah, we basically have nothing left on that. Tesla.
Google, wow.
10%. I'm still trying to get Google, by the way, going 194. I'm still going to take it, and it's coming in right now. Oh, wow. There goes Palantir, though, man. Another huge trade for us. We have zero, obviously. We've only got into 2 trades, but I'm going to take that 194 break on Google. So it's going to come in. I lowered the shares because of where this came from, man. It's already up $3. So 191 up to 194, $3, and literally, as my kids would say, literally a straight line right there upside on Google. So how's Milo doing, by the way?
He's good, man. Well, yeah,
you're gonna miss that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that guy. I'm okay with taking a break because I was up at it with 4:30 in the morning, taking him outside, decided that he didn't want to go to the washroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're living that life right now. But that's my best friend, man. That guy's my guy. He's good. He's good stuff. So yeah.
Every time I get home, Belle is literally at the door, crying, running outside.
Losing.
See it as soon as she sees my car come around the corner. Marissa tells me it's game over, and it's like, when they say a dog is man's best friend,
it's very true.
Yeah, and I know Sharif, of course, all of us sans Neil actually with Neil. A dog world. Yeah. Okay, so. Right into there. Google, see, I mean, that's what we were talking about, man. The little bit of the fake and then the break. So it is a good thing that we did lower our shares a little bit. I'm going to try to buy something down here now at 193 and change as it does fade out a little bit. Now it gives me the average price of 85. I don't like this trade anymore, man. I mean, we don't want to give back what we've made, obviously, on Palantir. Well, we're going to give something back. What we've made on Palantir and on Tesla right here today. But for right now, Google is getting taken downside right now. I'm going to take a little bit off if I can around that 50 mark. We just stopped around there. Try to stop some of the bleeding a little bit. We were able to get something long down there near 193, so that's helping with a little bit of this trade. There it is. We get some out there at 50 as we start to break a little bit higher right now. I'm going to take another piece in the 70s, and then we'll just let it run, man. I mean, again, we don't want, this is what risk management's all about. If you're going to take $7, $8, $9 winners, don't take the same of a loser. Try to protect your day, and there it goes, man. As we talk about this, Palantir is absolutely on its way to $200, Joseph.
Even more,
yeah, this is just absolutely rocking right now. Look at Palantir, what it's doing. 159 and change right now. And then, by the way, bye-bye Google right now as we take some profits on this name now, up to 194.12. We're going to go 3 for 3 huge today. And just, again, welcome to the jungle, Joseph. You are welcome to be here. Obviously, we miss Neil. He's sitting over here to our left. But right now, we've got Google on board, we've got Palantir, and we've got Tesla. And it is, for me, P&L-wise, the best day I've potentially had in a long time.
That's
so,
good, brother.
Yeah, man, we're pretty, you know, we're pretty happy with that one, right there. We do.
Oh my God.
I'm going to give it over to you, but I do want to bring out, to bring everyone's attention right here, and thank you to everybody in the chat there. TradeRGib is here as well. We sort of didn't see this until right now. This guy ran the account from $246 to $2,100. That's a face slapper right there in 1 week. So congratulations on that. Lucid, Alibaba, Rumble. Okay, no trades today. Good luck, Joey and Sean. We thank you for that. We also do have a new member here as well. Ragu. I like Ragu right there. I mean, it's one of my things. We're getting some little.
You like Ragu?
A little bolognese.
I like
not
Wagyu.
Really. Yeah, well, I like Wagyu. Wagyu is what it is. I was just thinking about the bolognese meat sauce. But yeah, if you are in the chat, wow, Google's still going, dude. This is an absolutely banger opportunity today. Palantir, by the way, is now at 159.50. Let's just wait to see how high Google can go. I'll take another piece out on Google right now. But this is who's winning the bet right now, S-Bet. So I can refresh this. Let's refresh it at 10 o'clock. But for right now, they want to talk about S-Bet. There's Palantir, there's CNC and Tesla. So get into the chat. All you have to type is $ something, and you will get showed up there. I really like Oscar as well, $14. Okay. All right, President Trump talking all about Russia right now, which he should mean good things for what? Palantir, again, right now, as that continues to go upside here as well. As I'm going to take out one more piece, and then that will be that for Palantir. 159.75, monster trade alert there for PLTR. Probably the biggest single winner I've had on this stock. So we're, again, just really happy with that breaking through 156. We did it, man. We did it. Nice. And then the other name was S-Bet that people wanted to talk about. New CEO involved with S-Bet today, and that sort of got it going. Now you're coming back into the downside. So I think if you're playing this name, you're just playing it for momentum, and right now the momentum is downside. So let's chill out on S-Bet. Again, congratulations to everybody that's been trading today. It's been a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to get involved in some more Tesla here, Sean, just in case it wants to climb higher. So we'll get involved in that. But there is our Google trade. I know you're still involved in this name, but there we go. Pop through view up, boom, 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 boom. Anything compared to what I had on or putting on with this Tesla trade to see if we can get a continuation of this trend. But that is said and done. Google, really nice move for us there, guys. And now let's pull up TSLL. We'll go 1 for 2 on this one, but we're back into it again. So we take a little scalp right there. We try it once more, and then we get stopped up. But now our risk to reward is vastly better because we're closer to the volume weighted average price. Let's see if this is going to be the move where we head and go and test this possible high of the day. As it's starting to come back in, that's all right. Maybe we'll get a little bit more in around the volume weighted average price. But TSLL is the name of the game. Yeah, and guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, all right? Katina Man and I, we only got, how many people watching? 8,000 people watching, and we only got 10% of the likes. Come on, we don't ask for too much around here. Boo says Sharif. Let's see what my guys got for us.
LIDR, Joey, up 32%, despite the fact that they're looking to increase the amount of issuable shares up to about $24 million in placement shares here. Good continuation for LIDR. Keep your eye on this one.
That there. The like button for Joey over here.
Yeah, hit that.
I mean, we should be at 8,000 likes.
Easily.
I mean, we're lucky enough to have you here today. We want to thank Neil for taking your midday.
Yeah, very much so.
Look there. So yeah, we could check in. I mean, if Neil could put on his mic, we could check in to see what he's doing so far here today. Okay, so Palantir, nice move higher. I mean, no one's. I don't know if you guys want to know what Neil's up to. Put it in the chat. We can get a look on that. Yeah, right now I don't want to. People are saying don't get too greedy on Palantir. Yeah, so I'm under 10% now on PLTR. We just got a 160 print, guys. I mean, it's 159.90. We just ripped up to. That's where we're at right now. So as this breaks 160, you could probably even add to this bad boy if you did really want to do that. So here it goes again. I will take one more fill just right now. So let's get out there. It is. We offered 80. We got it. There it goes. Bye bye 160. See you later on the other side of that one. Right now 160.50. Let's just put an order out somewhere around there. And take that. So we just broke through 160. Now we could get a little bit of a pullback on PLTR. But wow, man, that's $4 straight fire right there on what I used more shares on that trade. So we're pretty happy with that one. There goes Google. What's going on with your Ethereum right now? Because right now Bitcoin's 116.060. Palantir shares up 3%. Ethereum didn't get that move that I was looking for, Joe.
Yeah.
But it does come into those levels What just hit for me? Oh, we got some more shares out of Google. Google's okay. We just took a 193.75 there. I think we did the right thing by lowering our default when we ripped up that level. I mean, I was really confident in taking a 194 break with much bigger. So I basically put it down 25% of what I had. So if we had 400 shares, we took 100, like that kind of math. Just because of the fact, shout out to math. What are you looking for?
I was looking for the bang because
that's what I was gonna say. We don't have a math one on there yet, but that's
hey, let's go.
I should be able to do that kind of math right there.
The math is mathing. It's mathing right now, Katina, man. We're getting the move here in Tesla. Let's go.
So my next mark out for Tesla. Let's talk about yours because you're trading TSLL, but I'm going to be sitting up here at 311.75. I want to get out just before this 312. Basically the high of the day. Let's see if Tesla wants to go, man. I mean, Google's been really good, and Palantir. I mean, this is what the market is, man. Today is absolutely a killer day. We want to thank everybody for watching. And then, man, we are obviously upset about the likes. But Joe, it was at 800. You asked for it. Now we're at 1.3K right now. So let's go. Let's get going a little bit more than that right there. 8,800 of you watching. Give it up for my guy Joe, the best luck charm for me so far here today. But there it goes, man. Let's go Tesla. Let's see if we can get that. We're at 311.75. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe.
Yeah, we hit the reload on that one there, Katina, man. Now it's starting to cook up a little bit for us here. So we got in here, boom, boom. We take it off quick, and then we hopped in again, too early, a little premature on that one. But Sean, we enter, and then we double the size up right there as well, too. So a nice little pop in Tesla. I'm going for this high of the day break. So as long as we can see continuous strength in the tape and we don't sell too aggressively, as I speak about it, we're kind of doing that. But we'll take a bunch off. I still have a lot of my position remaining. I did only take about 30% or so, so not too bad of a look here in the continuation VWAP hold in Tesla, and you want to see those flushes on the tape at the ask as well too, guys, and we're starting to see that displayed, so pretty good looks. Yeah, Google big time continuation. Should have hopped back into that. Why isn't that? Why isn't my trade showing?
We're $1 now. Google's at the day's high.
Google's really cooking up. I don't know why it's not displayed on my chart, but that's all right. We got other things. No, I'm out of it now. I'm only in Tesla because I completed that trade here. We'll pull it up here momentarily. So yeah, we're all out of Google. So there it is. Boom, all the way up there. Boom, boom, boom. Consolidation holds it, volume drops off, and then you get that move. But Tesla, we hopped into that, and that's starting to really work for us once again there. I thought you were going to hit the I'm reloaded for sure
on Tesla.
On Tesla,
yeah, we could have hit that one there, but we'll take it out right now at 311.50s. So we actually changed. We're at 311.75. I pushed it to 50, but there's 75. Just gets hit right there. So we'll go ride that bull today. Wow. Joe, this has been a great one. So we want to thank everybody for watching us one more time in here today. Let's just check out Intel, what's been going on, and then we're going to check out NVIDIA. You remember what bye-bye, Intel. Remember what NVIDIA's all-time high was?
175 or 173.
Let's go with 174.25.
Yeah, all right, there we go.
New all-time highs right there for NVIDIA.
Sharif,
right now, taking it out right now. And new. In current. But you know what? It's not new, champion.
No.
This is current. Reigning,
so
undisputed,
there we go.
heavyweight champion of the world. It is Jensen, it is NVIDIA, and it is Trader TV Live right now. You're rocking with the best of us right now. It's Joe, it's myself, we've got Neil over there. We've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, our own Hulk Hogan over there at the desk. It is Sharif right there. Those are big shoes to fill though, Hulk Hogan.
That's the Hulkster.
Sharif kind of, he's like the leader of the pack around here. I would say Sharif is kind of, what kind of wrestler? There we go. I think, I was going to say.
No, you know what I said? Okay, so you remember.
Like Kevin Nash? I'm not sure.
Oh, you think? No, he's Scott Steiner, man.
Scott Steiner's just known for his. Sharif's much more than that. That's what I'm saying. He's like,
sorry.
Kevin Nash, like the Wolf Pack. You've got some leaders on there. We got Razor. I got Razor Ramon to my right over here.
Maybe you could throw Edge on there. No, I'm Carlito Caribbean Cool, man.
Oh, you kind of do look like Carlito.
Carlito Caribbean Cool. That's what they used to call me. Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's cool. You said cool. That's cool. You're cool.
No, because when I used to have dreadlocks in high school, that's what they used to call me, Carlito.
You used to have dreadlocks in high school?
Yeah. Yeah,
Was high school rough for you or was it all right?
It was great. What do you mean? I'm J Dubs, man.
I love it.
We were great in high school, man. I lived a pretty good.
Having too much fun with you, my guy.
Oh wow! Let's go Tesla. Big time
Go,
move
dude.
here.
What are we even doing right now? Tesla, $4 in the money. Palantir, $4 in the money. Google, 30 cents in the money. We're running the register, ringing it, and running it right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a meme with dreads on, and then we can put that out
Sharif
there. And
wants to see that.
Let's break TikTok with that one.
With that one there.
How about
yeah, they
that?
were down to like they were down to like here at one point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly. All right.
Yeah.
So you've never had a piece of pie.
Yeah.
Good.
Katina Man, he has pictures of those dreads on his phone.
This
It was
is-
2013, Katina Man. I will buy it.
2013? No, those were gone in probably
Joseph?
Joseph. 08 or 09.
Sharif and I were on the same page here. He was reading my mind.
You guys need
You need to produce a picture of yourself in dreads at some point. There's no way. Neil and I went to high school about 40 years before you did.
Yeah.
We have pictures of ourselves in high school.
Yeah.
There's things called yearbooks and whatnot. There is a picture floating around.
No, there is.
Of Joe Miami, Miami Joe, with dreadlocks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I deleted I deleted my Facebook back in 16 or 2017
Irrelevant.
or 17. But if I were to log back in, we would have plenty of content of that stuff.
But you said you deleted it. I don't know if, can you just
No,
log back in?
you just log back in and everything pops right back.
Okay, so we have the solution.
Yeah, we have. We'll
all right,
find out.
perfect. All right, there it is right there.
No, but hold on.
Sharif, we got it.
There's always a catch. There is always a catch.
Not really.
I will not. No, there is. Hear me out.
Okay.
If we don't get 2,000 likes by the end of the show, that's it. That's it. That's all it is. 2,000 likes. That's fair.
That's a wrap.
And then I will find one come Wednesday when I'm back on the show. I will show everyone the picture of me, but we need 2,000 likes, and we're
That's a wrap then. I mean, basically, that's as good as gold.
If we're going to do it, let's go Tesla.
I do like that. I mean, right now, Joseph and I are absolutely on fire right now as we go, because Tesla, this is the thing, man. We're both in this. He's got TSLL. We've got TSLA right there. There it goes. Nice upside move. We're already at 1.6K, guys. Get into that chat. You want to see my...
Oh, there it goes.
I mean, this is what happens when you're having good times, man. I mean, this show continues to rock. It's now 10 o'clock. We've got Sharif on the desk. He's going to bring us some news. We've got Neil coming through with Hot Fire on the midday show, so that should be a lot of fun. I don't know if it can get any hotter than these kind of trades, Joe, but for right now, this is what we're doing. It's trading. It's what it's about, and we continue to fly high, no lie, and you know this.
Ooh, we're balling.
It's 10:01 right now, so there it goes, man. Google trying to make some moves upside now. Palantir and Tesla just continue to go. I'm a little weary of that 160 level on PLTR because we've already bounced off of it, so we're taking some more outs right now. I still think we can fly higher, but that's why we didn't punch in to that 160 level. I mean, sometimes moves don't continue. I mean, when you get to key levels there, you know, you're now $40 away from two bills. That could be the next major level that we get to at Palantir. Our boy, Jim Cramer, I know that you're a fan of his. I hear you talk about that all the time. Been watching that guy forever. He's called 200 on this, and you know, so he was calling that when it was at $100. So it doesn't.
So okay, so we're trading at 160. Do you think Palantir?
Are we ready to go to Shreve?
Yeah. Oh, are we going to Shreve?
No, keep going. We'll go there in a minute.
I was gonna say, do you think Palantir hits we'll call it 180,
yes,
185 before NVDA hits 200?
No.
No?
No, I think NVIDIA. No, the reason I say that is that next week, and it's a good thing that you brought this up. Thank you, Joe. Great discussion right here. Next week, we've got big earnings. We've got Amazon, we've got Apple, we've got Microsoft. These names are going to come, and if CapEx is any sort of an idea on what, based on what Google's been giving, if they can give similar numbers, guide forward. And again, I heard our guy Kramer talk yesterday. If you're not putting money into AI right now, you're almost waving some sort of a white flag.
Absolutely.
Because the minute that you find out that Google's pumping money into it, what choice does Meta have? Meta's already out there offering hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts to try to bring talent in, right? So what do you think Amazon, what do you think Bezos is doing? Man, this guy's not just chilling on his yacht. This guy's thinking about other things, right? So these guys are all building their own LLMs. They're getting bigger and better. So to answer your question, NVIDIA's already at 175, so already has that $25 sort of lead here on Palantir. I know you said Palantir 180. I just think more has to happen. Palantir's more of a cult stock. NVIDIA,
sure.
there's many more people that believe and are on the back of NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So I would say, for me, it's NVIDIA. Sharif, what do you think? NVIDIA or Palantir in the next month? And we're going to throw it over there. And we don't have to hold anybody to this, but just...
No, yeah, just to see,
what do you think?
Going. I think, well, there's too much going for NVIDIA, I think. I think NVIDIA hits 200 before Palantir hits 185.
Okay, perfect. Let's go over to the desk and see what's up with Sharif.
Are you guys looking to trade futures like the Nasdaq, the S&P, or even Bitcoin? Well, guess what? Top One Futures is one of the fastest growing prop firms out there, baby. They give traders the chance to manage up to $1 million in capital. And the best part is you choose your own path. You can choose the instant funded route, the challenge route, or even choose a pro account and start trading your way to real payouts and even a live account. Guys, in the last 90 days alone, they paid out over $10 million and have earned 1,000 plus five-star reviews from real traders just like yourself. Use a discount code TTV to save on any account. Scan that QR code or head on over to top1futures.com and start trading your way to your next payout. Guys, Donald Trump making statements right now about the trade deals, saying he sent out over 200 letters in anticipation of that August 1st headline with respect to Canada, basically saying he's not really negotiating with Canada and it might end up being a tariff as opposed to a deal. Tough for us on this side of the border. He's also saying he's not really concentrating on a deal with Canada, and he'd love to be able to use some of these tariff rebates that he's getting in from other countries to give back to Americans, guys. So we'll keep an eye out on any more statements from Donald Trump with respect to tariffs.
I think that's a way that he can start to win back, you know, some of the base for sure. If they start to, I mean, they did that trillion, that big beautiful bill. So they essentially are giving money back to the people as they start collecting these tariffs. But the tariffs aren't in effect yet, right? August 1st. So we'll have to wait to see exactly what winds up happening right there. But wow.
Do you think
Canada,
JD pushes them to prolong it once more?
JD Vance?
Yeah.
Well, he was the one pulling the chains?
Well, he told them twice to, like, hey, push it back, push it back, push it back. With the initial one, I believe, which was in April, he's like, no, we got to push this back one more time. Or was it Scott Bessent? Sharif, was it Scott who told Donald, or was it JD who told Donald to push back?
I don't think JD's telling Donald anything.
To push back the tariff deadline. Was it Bessent or?
Bessent.
Yeah, it was Bessent. So
Bessent.
sorry. Yeah, it was Bessent.
Yep.
So it was Bessent who told him. It wasn't JD Vance. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, you could have corrected me. I knew it was either Bessent or JD.
No. I was just saying I don't think he listens to JD Vance that much at all. I was waiting to see the answer.
No, it was either or, right? So it's not Bessent. Yeah. So
did you see that he's the odds-on favorite to be the next president, JD Vance?
Is he?
By far. It's like there was a poll that went out. It was like 29% or something.
Tesla.
The reason I don't understand is this Tesla is just so stupid, dude. Look, man, I'm glad to be here with you trading this as we continue to go higher. And anybody looking for these trades, you know, every day I'm here, we're posting these up. And, you know, I can show you yesterday's sticky note is kind of just same kind of thing. We can go over, and this is the best thing about having Twitter, is that you can put up these notes. Like there's yesterday, we had NVIDIA 168, the Amazon 226. We had all of these plays. And then today we include this with Palantir. I mean, there goes Palantir right there from one of today's trades, 156 long. And then there's Tesla right there as well, 308.50 long. So that's what we both have right now. And it continues to move higher, as does Google. So we're going to go 3 for 3 today with a couple good trades.
Nice.
Hitting our blotter. So good job on that one. Your Robinhood was starting to go off a little bit as well today, so that could be something to look at. But there goes Tesla back up to 314, 315. The reason why I liked it was just continuation play. We had that dip down yesterday. We really absorbed 300 quite well, man. The bottom was 302, 303 or so. I mean, obviously the bottom was almost 300, but you know, that was a pretty safe level there. And we weren't going down this morning, so based on that news, if you don't go down, you kind of go up, and there it goes right now. Bigger move there for Tesla. And then the day 2 continuation play in Google. I mean, we're, like I mentioned already, man, we're just going to trade 3 names today, and they're all kind of breakout names. Google broke out through 194, had that huge move to the downside, absorbed that 191 beautifully. The Palantir, like I said, for me, again, big trade, but broke out again through 156. So we say it all the time, and I say this, Neil says it, you do, we all do. It's about trading The style, I've been pretty confident in breakouts, especially in stocks that I like. So once that happens, we're going harder on it.
Yeah.
And that's what we wind up doing there. So there it goes, man. Nicely taken there to the upside on that one. So we will get it.
Yeah, I've obviously been observing your trades for some time, Sean, and I noticed that you're really good at playing those pre-market high. I don't know how you necessarily look at it, but for me, I noticed that he plays the pre-market high and the pre-market low breaks very, very well. So as soon as if you have a nice solid consolidation, as soon as those highs or the lows are breached, he's in the direction of the trade, and I think that's a big time skill. But as for Tesla, I know Ronaldo, was it Ronaldo who said this? Yeah, Reynaldo says, yeah, I told you about that. What's up, Ray? What is that? Okay, yeah, Ray. Oh, I was thinking Scary Movie Ray. You don't want that one. Yeah, anyways, but yeah, there it is. We took this Tesla trade right here. Katina Man was long from here, and then sure enough, we wait for that pullback. But why was I in this? Is just essentially look at the volume, right? So as we're starting to pull back, it started to cool off and stair step down, and you can see it even more definitively on the 5-minute time frame. So there it is. And then as soon as we start to turn around in price, the volume starts to accelerate as well too. So that worked out really, really well for us. That Tesla trade, boom, boom, boom. We enter right there, double up the position, and then we take that move all the way to the top side. But Sid Gurdiri, thank you. I am learning a lot. New question for someone starting out. Do you recommend jumping with N number of contracts and then taking profit and riding one till end of the day? Absolutely.
Keep doing this one, yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm assuming you're talking about options contracts. For sure. If the trade's working, say you have 5 contracts, or we'll make it simple, 10 contracts, trade's working out really well, you can obviously sell half of that, lock in some profit, leave the other 50% for a runner, and then as it starts to appreciate, you just slowly lock in some more contracts, and then eventually you just leave a couple left for the dream and see if it just continues. But there's nothing wrong with locking in some money. I think a lot of individuals would agree on that one, but we are off to Sharif.
There, guys, up nicely here to the tune of 3%, trading at the high, 197.30, catching a couple of upgrades today. They caught one from Baird and caught one from Jefferies. Jefferies with a higher price target here from 150 to 200. Basically they see cybersecurity spend as remaining robust and will continue to hold steady percentages of software budgets in the coming years. So Cloudflare, guys, trading at the highs.
Good luck. I'm trying to tell the Bachelor chat, go check me out. Everybody's already ready to rock and roll. I'm saying, hey, man, go check out Trader TV Live.
Yeah, that's right.
We're live here. I should tell them.
I just let everybody know, like, just in case your friends are watching,
Yeah,
Joe's been pumping the chicken wings, the steaks, all of that kind of stuff.
Everything.
So my guy is definitely on
Well,
the
I've
board
been
here.
trying to...
And if you guys bring any pie, make sure you take a picture on.
There will be no pie there. It's not on the list. It wasn't on the grocery list.
It probably was, and then it got scratched off.
And then it got scratched off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to scratch the veggie trays, to be honest with you, but
I heard about
I got no backing on it.
I think you need to have some kind of, I mean, if you're going to have the chicken wings, you get a little bit
Out of the veggie tray, but we got the fruit trays and stuff like that.
Okay, fruit is...
My thing is, though, I'm not a wasteful individual, right?
So you're just thinking they're not going to get...
Yeah. I think it's probably one of the cool, like the least hottest commodities coming out to the bachelor party, but you never know.
Right? Yeah. I'm still, that beef and the chicken wings. That's
That's
what do you guys? Are you guys more? I heard you talking yesterday.
Yeah.
Is it more of a beer crew? Is it more of a seltzer crew? Is it going to be a
It's
hard
a mixed
liquor?
bag. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. We got everything going on, man. We don't cheap out on these things. We got the boat. Yeah. We got the boat rolling.
We're gonna have going on over there.
Yeah, we got everything.
Popping bottles and everything.
Yeah, no, literally, we got all champagne. We're gonna do a little bottle pop and everything like that. So we.
When is the wedding, anyways?
I know
in
September.
September.
Yeah, September 8th or something like that.
My birthday's September 17th.
Ooh, let's go! Bang, 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 bang.
No, it doesn't matter. I was thinking.
Hey,
Fall is my favorite. What's your favorite season?
Summer all day, but I guess I'm a fall baby, right? I'm October 5th. So.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm October 5th, but
is that
summer
Virgo?
all day. That's Libra. I don't know.
Libra,
I
okay.
don't know my own one.
All right, so thank you right here to Ogre. OGRE. Can you look at Liberty Energy earnings, LBRT? Thank you again for the super chat as we, let's go to live chat right here and see everybody. Who's there in the live chat? There it is. Fish, says Mike DeRider. I don't mind. Fish hard to barbecue, though, for sure. I like the shrimp.
Better to smoke.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Right now, but yeah, this LBRT, thanks for bringing this one up there. They highlighted the fact that, hey, it says right here, despite industry-wide environment and softening completion activity, they're in the oil fields right now. They're adjusted EBITDA at 181, up 8%, but down from 273 a year ago. So 273 million a year ago, 181 this year. Diluted EPS of 43 cents. So they're making money here. Net income 71 million, revenue $1 billion, up 7%, 10% year over year. So LBRT continues to work, it looks like. So I want to thank Ogre for bringing this out. And then honestly, this break right in around here of 14 bucks, you might have one. We like the base. To me, this is coiling up a little bit too long from April all the way here into July. You would have liked to have seen Ogre a break there of $14 on a report like that today, but still up 2.5%. Thanks for the lookout on that one. Let me just double check for you, LBRT. What exactly does the short float look like here? Oops, I meant to go to details on LBRT just to see. It's not a very well covered name, I don't think. I've never really heard of it. 9% short float. So there is reason for this name to possibly go a little bit higher as well. So this is the Benzinga Pro platform. We'll continue to monitor them for different ideas and whatnot. Peter, how are you doing, my friend? Good, some thumbs up over there. This Peter over here, that one day when we were asking Meta green or red, and he said green, the stock shot up huge that day, by the way.
Get this guy back on
So,
here.
I mean, Joe, if me and you don't perform quite well enough,
throw him up.
we might be replaced pretty soon here. I think I might be replaced sooner rather than later anyways. Okay, so there it goes.
Right.
There goes. Look, man, we talk about LBRT. You're welcome there, Ogre. We were just at 2.7%. Now you're at 3.3% as it gets the Trader TV Live bump. And we don't have to pay anything for this. You know, we don't have to go on CNBC and make these pump ups, pay for our spot, mention a stock, make all of our clients happy. We're doing it live right here. And by the way,
By the way, what do we got?
what is this like count at right
Yeah, we're at 1,800. I told you guys 2,000 likes.
2,000 likes. You get my friend over here.
And then we'll find a.
Oh, especially that we have your friends watching right now. They're going to make sure that
Well,
you
I just told them now. I said, hey, the boys are rolling. We're buzzing already. We're having a great time.
Okay.
So I said, tune into Trader TV Live.
That's right.
Your boy Joe's cooking up a storm.
No, but you're still avoiding the point here.
Yeah.
Joe's boys.
Yeah.
If you have this picture,
They all
Dreads.
they got the receipt.
you know, they've got them. Okay, so make sure
They've got the
they get
receipt,
sent in
for sure.
pronto.
These are my high school buddies.
Right.
So
So
we've
they
known
got-
each other for probably 16. When I graduated.
We're just playing around, but I'm glad that you're a good good sport on that one. The question is, will Palantir break 160? I mean, it's bouncing around. I'm going to hold out for that break. Right now, I have only 5% left. Let's see if we can get into something else. Right now, JP Morgan. And this is a good time. Actually, let's just do this. I'm refreshing this right now. Let's get that chat buzzing. You just mentioned that. I like that word, buzzing. Let's get it buzzing right now. Okay. So this is what it looks like. People want to talk about so let's just have a quick look right here. We'll screen cap this. We'll go over some of these names. AMD, because we don't want to just throw these votes out right now. So AMD, we haven't looked at that yet. We will. There's NVIDIA on the board. How's it going, Brendo? We've got Palantir. We've got LIDR, Tesla, and SPET. So these are the names that are on here. We've got Oscar Health with CNC movement today as well. So that's going to be a name to look at. Robinhood, Coke as well. I'm not sure what's up with that, but that's there as well. So we'll have overall a big look at all of these. But we'll have a quick look at AMD. But for right now, let's give this thing a fresh start. So get into the chat. I'm restarting this bad boy. It's AMD time. You're still in TSLL. I'm going to call up AMD. Give Joe a second here.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's see Hood here. I think someone said Hood is on the move to the top side, Katina, man. Yeah, and we're up almost 2% on the day. Wow, right back to 103. So Hood looking really, really good there, guys. Thank you for calling and pointing that one out there, Gary, or someone who did. I think it was Gary, but he just put the Robinhood ticker in there. But yeah, there it is. A really good look in Robinhood. And then we got the stock visualizer. We're going to hit a refresh. We are now at 1,900 likes. Another 100 likes, and I will dig up that picture, guys. So make sure you please hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy what Katina Man and I have put up through the day. Or Katina Man and me, whatever you guys prefer. To each their own. Tomato. Doesn't really matter now, does it? But there it goes. 37 subs on AMD. Keep getting those votes in, guys. Fantastic, fun morning with all of you. Gonna be missing my boy Sharif as always, though. But hey, we got to do some certain things, man. We got to go out and enjoy and live life a little bit and have fun and celebrate those who are getting married, and that's what we're going to do this weekend. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. As I mentioned before, the crew's already rolling, the group chat's blowing up, and we're having a good time. Especially now that you get to end the week even a little bit better now, considering we put on some of these good trades for all of you. And that's the thing, right? It's for me personally, it's just like not only do I want to do it for myself, but I also want to display to you guys that anything is obtainable. All right, so just keep that in mind. Keep working, and then eventually, if you're not there already, you will get there. It's just keep working. But Tesla worked out really, really well for us there. Thank you, Reynaldo, on that one. Reynaldo. Oh, 2,000 likes. There we go. All right, so 2,000 likes come Wednesday when I am back. I will have that picture for everyone, and yeah, we'll see what we got going on, what young Joe looked like back in the day. Google's starting to come back in here as well too, guys, so keep an eye out on that one. No continuation within the trend, but I mean, that VWAP pop, this is, okay, I know why now. Customized dialogue, I don't have display execution. Let's see here, no, let's see here. We'll just do this here, partial fills. Apply. Let's see if that worked out there. There it is, bang. And that's what we got going on with Google earlier in the morning. So a couple good opportunities throughout the trading session there, guys. Google, break of the volume, weighted average price, pop. We take that move, and now it's starting to come back in. Still hovering around some of these neck of woods on Tesla, but Tesla, nice move. We took a loss there, a little bit premature on the continuation of the trend. We're patient. VWAP holds, volume cooling off, and then once it starts to kick back in, boom, we hop in, and there you go. Tesla making another move to the top side there, Katina Man. So this one looking really good. Yeah, we'll take some more off right there. Tesla. Definitely the trade of the day. I think Palantir and Tesla for Katina Man, Tesla for me. We attempted some moves on ETH. We got a little bit of a move higher, but then it started to come back and sell aggressively, kind of the same with the likes of Bitcoin. So there it is, Ether. You get this move through VWAP, boom. We take some off, but then we do get stopped out the majority of the position. Looking for the continuation and trend. And I'm telling you, at any form of dip, I'm just going to be buying more. You guys see my position yesterday in Ether. So yeah, I'll just hand over fist. I'm gonna be grabbing this stuff here, especially Bitcoin as well too. So that's what I'm concentration. Big Kyle. All right, let's see what I got to read this first.
What's this guy up to?
You packed on the boys' campfire, Kogi, Sean Fire, a hot dog cannon for. All right, $4.99 super chat. What's up, Big Smile? Hope you're having a fantastic day.
Why did you avoid the party? Wants to know how many underwear you packed.
Yeah. Well,
why that is there, big smile.
Well, listen, I got more bathing suits than underwear. I'll tell you that right now. Because it's cottaging, right? So I'm just going to be in the bathing suit essentially the whole time, right?
Yeah,
so yeah, we got 4 of them, one for each day. You hop in the lake and do your thing. Yeah, like
I said, 4 I don't even own 4 bathing suits.
No way. You gotta, when you go on vacation, you got to wear a new one.
I don't ever go on vacation really, but
in Boston.
Yeah, but that's not.
I get.
I just got. Like, yeah. No. But I think you're right. Like if I was going to a beach, like or a lake,
right? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I could see wearing one. Well,
no, man. You can't be the guy who shows up to the pool party in the same bathing suit like 4 consecutive days in a row.
My understanding is you're going with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. We are. That's all right.
That's very all right. It's very all right, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I just got an email speaking about going on vacation next week. I'm in Ottawa on Friday because we have this Memorial Gold Glove tournament, and I just got the email 74 teams competing in this tournament.
Oh, wow.
So,
how do you think your chances
win?
Oh, yeah? You think you can take the whole tourney?
Yeah, well, that's 74 in total. There'll probably be about 10 all-girls teams.
Oh, okay.
So we did lose. We lost the one that was at Royal York. We talked about this on the show. We we lost that tournament in the finals to an East York team. I hope they're coming because revenge is a dish best served cold, and we will be looking out for that one there, my friend. $5, $6 now in the money on the Tesla call, which both you and I had in the pre-market on Tesla. So it's not like this is a surprise to either yourself or I.
Yeah.
As soon as it broke 309, that high of the day there, we got involved in that in the pre-market, and there she goes right now. So Google breaks 193. We get out some there on that break of 193. It really kind of bounced there off VWAP. So I was debating getting a little bit more, but I'm going to hold on into this. We said because AMD was the #1 stock on Fabian's beloved scanner board there, we can now see that Advanced Micro Devices, what a move again, man. Up another 2.5%. Like we said, with this CapEx story continuing and everything like that. Yeah, we're not going to answer those questions from Kyle there right now. If you guys want to get part of the chat, make sure you get part of the chat, because then you'll be able to see all of these super chats. We want to thank you, Kyle, for coming through again. And I hope, hey, man, if all of you guys are liking, I mean, I want to really, really appreciate Joe. So throw up the ones in the chat right now for Joe. Thank you for filling in right here. It was Neil filling in for you, actually. So we want to thank Neil for doing that as well. So, you know, let everybody.
To the cottage.
Yeah, so it starts immediately at the end of the show.
Immediately.
Like it's 11:01 and we're out of here.
It's a bachelor party. Obviously, it's going to be a bunch of dudes, but yeah, it's gone.
Obviously.
Hey, everything.
I was only making that comment about your choice of fashion. Like, I don't know if any of your friend, any Speedos involved, or?
Hopefully not, but you never know.
For you?
Yeah, for me, no. I've never worn a Speedo in my life. No,
okay, thank God. All right, it's a good one right there.
You got to be I think the sub 50, and then you can rock. I mean, north of 50, you can rock the Speedo after that. You know, those
like in 5 years, you want to see me walking around in a Speedo?
Because I think that's an older.
You want to talk about putting
TikTok, you know those guys
on
at the beach where it's like those old guys.
The banana hammock.
No, it's perfect. The old Italian guy with the gold chain.
Yeah, trust me, I got the hair, no problem.
And the tan.
Yeah. We're all about that. Shout out to my wife. She would love that. There's actually, if Marissa's watching, there's an old thing about, I think she had done it before, but Borat, he's wearing that banana hammock thing with the strings, and put my face on it. This was like before all of this. It was like something there. But Daisy Dukes for Joe, banana hammock for everybody else. Okay, so yeah, just quickly, AMD, I mean, a huge move up as we started talking about this a little bit there. You know, they're not all alike. This is not at all-time highs or anything like that, but what a move. It's acting like it might as well be. A great move there for AMD. And again, we can always look back and sort of scan through. Back in last October there, we had a 172 high. Now, whether or not that's going to play or not here, it will very soon, next week. That would be the next sort of breakout level for us to look at, 175, but we did top out to 170. We'll see what winds up happening right now with AMD, but a pullback in right now, this is about as healthy as it can look. All of the indicators that I have are all in and around this 164 to 165 area. That's the 200 period, that's VWAP, that's the 50 period moving average. So any dip down here on Advanced Micro Devices is where we're looking. So I like that level, man. 165, 164, 165. We like that level for Advanced Micro Devices. So guys, thanks again for bringing that all up. And then before we go over to hear about one of our sponsors, I do want to just quickly have a quick look at this, see what is leading the way right now. So we've got the beloved Robinhood, we've got Tesla. Tesla's $6 in the money, so we'll talk about that. It's nice to see Webull up here. We've talked about Webull a little bit there, up that 1.60%. Palantir, man, I don't know if it's going to get above that 160. We've sort of talked about getting out of that one, as we have less than 10% of both Palantir and Tesla left. LIDR, a big shot yesterday, a big shot today, up 42% is LIDR right now. I don't like to see Amazon in the red, but it is right now, down almost 0.5% right there, Amazon, but 231, you got to be happy with that for AMZN. Report next week, and you just to ask yourself this, after that Google report, I know it was only up 2%, but I don't think we want to be short things right now heading into next week's big numbers, although Apple could be a decision that needs to be made. I'm interested to hear about what their idea of CapEx and what they're looking to spend money on, but Bitcoin right now, 15.5, Joe.
Yeah, big time pulling in there. Guys, with Trade the Pool Swing Traders program, you can get access up to $40,000 in buying power to trade real shares, not CFDs. You can hold positions overnight, over the weekend, and enjoy limited risk. Thanks to a one-time evaluation fee, no monthly payment, no hidden costs. Take Vincent J, for example, one of Trade the Pool swing traders. He's already locked in $23,082 in profit, his top performer and max. He shorted it from April 20th to May 30th and pulled in $6,700 gain. Trade the Pool is giving swing traders the tools, the time, and the capital to thrive. Scan the QR code. Enjoy 10% off. But yeah, Katina Man Trading, Palantir, same thing. We're just sitting in the same positions throughout this session here, guys. So nice long. We took the temp here in the pre-market, get this nice move up, and that's what Katina Man was involved in. I'm like, if we're really going to be strong today on this pullback, you can see the volume start to cool off, and then there we go. We're just double these sizes here. So we enter there, double it up, and then boom, we were fortunate enough to catch this longer leg to the top side. So yeah, a nice move in TSLL. Google was a nice trade for us as well too, guys. As you can see, it broke through the volume weighted average price. Volume is starting to cool off as well too. So maybe you can get a continuation within that trend. I think that would be something positive. Boom, boom, you get this kind of bull flag type pattern. That fails. Maybe it just needed to absorb a little bit more liquidity before it was going to take that additional leg higher. So that's what we got going on. Ethereum was really small. We didn't get the continuation on that one. Bitcoin, potential double bottom here as well, guys. So take a look at this one. I know you and Obi like to take a look at that, Katina, man. Double bottom at 65.70. So see if that holds up and if you can get a move back in towards the volume weighted average price. But you can see we got consistent lower highs in IBIT there, Sean.
Take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another piece out here on Palantir, but let's go over here and look at the FedWatch tool, because yesterday, of course, we got that nice story of such a nice, friendly, discussion between Jerome Powell and, of course, President Donald Trump discussing everything about the renovations over there at the Fed. But right here, this is the same percentage as yesterday, so maybe nothing's changed. Yeah, 97.4. So we'll hit a quick little refresh. Of course, next week's a big week for everybody, as we do have all of those earnings as discussed, of course, and then we also have Fed on the 30th of July. So we'll wait out for that. The 30th, I believe, is Wednesday. Yes, so next Wednesday. And again, it's going to be 97.4% chance of no rate cut whatsoever. So we're going to watch out for that. Then you go into September, and then you get a little bit more of a chance. There's 65% chance that they're going to cut the rate there in September. I'm kind of thinking no, but we'll wait to see what they do there. And again, Powell's doing a great job. Is he? I mean, this guy wants to get fired. He doesn't want to get fired, but it seems like his job is in risk at all times. But $50, yeah, everybody just relax. Right now, says Fabian, 50% of a chance there that we're at that same rate so basically, pretty good opportunity for one cut, at least by September, and then heading into the October number. Actually, that's what we're looking at right there. And then by December, that's where there is right now odds-on favored, 43% chance that we have half of a rate point cut come September. So we're going to have to wait, come December. So that's going to be the last one. And then we can extend it out, but I'm not going to do the forward year. I mean, we're now already looking 6 months ahead. All right, today's stories here. He's President Trump announcing something about Australia, I think, right now. So we'll hear if Sharif says anything on that one. Is Sharif still over there? Or is it Brendo? It's Brendo. If there's anything, I don't think so, but I'll keep bringing you guys the news as we go. But there goes Tesla. I'm thinking about a 312 break, so let's just get out of that if it does go to the downside right now. Again, we're long at 308. It's been a great trade. Both Joseph and I have this. I'm going to get stopped out if it breaks through 89 again. Less than 5% of this position left on board, right? And so might as well get out of that one. Look, we did have, let's go over a little bit of earnings there. We did have strong earnings report from Deckers. So Deckers comes out today, again, up now, up 13%. Nice Q2 beat. Hoka, as we talked about, and UGG brands leading the way for them again. So, nice move up higher. As retail's not dead, man. I mean, people on good products, there are, there it is. Yeah, so there's the headline. Yeah, thank you for that, Fabian. Again, Australia to take U.S. beef. Oh, that's what it was. U.S. beef. Did I say USD? I think I said USD. U.S. beef for the first time. Put that back. Can you put that back up there? I missed that little last part of it, but anyways. Okay, so good move up there for farmers, I guess.
Have you noticed that we have a lot more Australian cuts now over the past?
I did not, but okay, so maybe there is some sort of a trade.
A lot of Australian beef coming into the likes of Farm Boy.
Really? Okay, yeah. My wife was at Farm Boy yesterday, and yeah, we did have. She made sort of like a taco salad is what we had for. So we did have some beef there. So I should rummage through the trash and see where it's from. But no, in all honesty, I'm surprised to hear that for Canada, because Canada. That's where we're known.
Yeah, for
that. So is the United States.
To be honest with you, I think our cuts are substantially better too. So. I like them more. I didn't really.
I've had kangaroo before, actually.
I've never had
jerky.
Kangaroo. Have you ever had? I think alligator.
Yes, yes. We talked about that when we were in Nolans for one of our friends' bachelor parties. Neil and I, honestly, dating ourselves was at least 20 years ago. We had gone there for bachelor party, and our friend didn't wind up getting married for years after that, but it was a fun time, and we did have some alligator there. We had po' boys, we had everything, we did it right. Everything in New Orleans, everything fried, really not great for you, but a great time, needless to say, there in New Orleans. And one of our friends thought he was all funny-like, and he wound up trying to dunk. We were all, I think we had a few, as you like to say, wobbly pops there, and he was trying to dunk on a man-made net that we had made up, and wound up cutting his poor hand just a little bit. And we never let him down for that. But
so the fail, anyways, dunk fail.
Shout out to Vikram. That's right. I just called him out right there live.
Vikram.
Vikram.
No.
Great guy, great friend of ours, and there's a group of us that are all pretty tight, and there's a chat that I try to avoid because there's like a million. You never know when you're in one of those group chats, and it's like, so you take like a week off or a couple of days off, and you realize there's 780 missed messages. I just sometimes exactly. I just kind of like, I cannot read all of these, so I'm going to take an extended break from it. But shout out to again having good friends.
Our group chat gets the most heated during hockey season.
Yeah, and let's say ours is basically all about football.
Exactly.
So if I mention hockey, people may. There's a few of them on there that, I mean, Neil likes to talk about hockey. Some of us do. Some of them don't. Okay, so I was going to say Decker's there, up 12% on. You own any Uggs or anything like that?
No.
My winter boots are Uggs, and they're actually quite nice. So. To Tom Brady. All right, we had Newmont Mining again. Pretty, for gold stock, pretty muted report early, but then they get that huge bump right off the open. So Newmont now up 7%. So congratulations to anybody that was been playing that gold bug. I mean, it's not just all about Bitcoin, right? I mean, this is flat, straight gold, mining company there. Nice move to the upside. We can actually have a quick look on GLD. And this is what I'm saying about Bitcoin. I think you're getting a great buy opportunity right now, but you don't want to be so diversified that that's your only thing in your portfolio. GLD today also down 0.94. We had Paramount again. Nice move up, just up that little bit, 2% there, as an $8.4 billion merger now agreed upon with Skydance. U.S. regulators give it a stamp. It's the only stamp I have, but approval, not of fail, right there for Paramount. So that stock will be gone right there. Merger with Skydance Media now approved there. And we talked about it. The only late night show that I watch is Colbert, and he's canceled. And I don't think it was necessarily that good. Sometimes Kimmel's okay. He has some good bits. I can't really stand Fallon that much. I don't know what you watch, but last night was another late night. We didn't get home.
I don't watch the late night shows.
Yeah, you guys are in bed too. I think I'm the only one that stays up somewhat late.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of.
They're not great. Letterman for me.
David
was the
Letterman.
best. I mean, we always like Conan as well. He's been huge. Not anymore, but he was huge. I really like Conan O'Brien. He was a writer, of course, for Saturday Night Live and for Simpsons and all that. So lots of stuff there. All right, another lagger in the day. I'm just going to review a couple bigger stocks here. It's only 10:35. We still got 25 minutes. Shout out to Joe for being here as well. Yeah, that Gutfeld on Fox. I've never seen that, so I don't even know if that is really here too much. In Canada, but Intel down 8% today. That just hasn't got going. And again, Intel was on the sticky note. If we did make a run on Intel, we wanted to short it, but it didn't really get going there today. On a double miss for Intel, not the greatest guide, and cutting of the workforce means bad. And then as you get Intel downside, you get NVIDIA up 2%, you get AMD up 2%. We get CNC down as well today. That's had a nice move to the downside, down 10% on a surprise quarterly loss, 10% early, now back up 5.5% as the market seems to like that a little bit more than ChatGPT does. Tesla as well, nicely cooking today as we look for the names that are moving around. Down 9% yesterday, gets a little bit of a relief rally today, really on nothing, but just on the fact that Tesla, again, with their RoboTaxis, hopefully talking about a nationwide rollout. We got news of them rolling forward with that again here today. So we really like all of those names. And I believe we have to go over to Joe.
Yeah, let's do it up. Traders, listen up. First month free. That's right. We're waiving fees. Trade smarter, not harder. Upgrade to Elite. Analyze, strategize, capitalize. Our platform, it's everything. Infinite data, instant trading, lightning fast market insights, game-changing charts, predict with backtesting, reliable real-time data, global markets at your fingertips, all in one platform. Don't miss out. Execute your best trades now. Ready to elevate your trading? Scan the QR code or check the link in the description, folks. Yeah, there it is. So you've seen what Katina Man's going through. We're still sitting in this Tesla trade. It might come back to our break even here. It seems that the market's starting to cool off. But the SPY and the Q is trading pretty well. Let's take a look at Amazon. Did you look at Amazon today?
Remember, I saw it was on that board. And it was
yeah. So we'll take a look at Amazon to see what it's been up to.
Amazon,
yeah, and it's red. Yeah, I love Amazon.
Okay.
AWS. Yeah, I think you have to like Amazon. Well, you don't have to like anything, obviously. But just from the hyperscalers and everything along those lines, cloud, so you have to like Bitcoin?
You always talk about long Ethereum, long Bitcoin. So I'm like, if anybody has to talk about liking something.
Yeah, you gotta like that stuff.
So what do you think about Amazon? Why is it down here today even?
I don't even know. I mean, you gotta think about it. So let's pull it up here. Let me grab something. It's kind of been lagging, but it did start to play catch up. And I mentioned this not too long ago. So off of the April lows, we'll take a look at Amazon, AMZN. It started to recover. We want to go to a daily here, but you can see in the likes of Microsoft beat on cloud the previous quarter, and it just went absolutely bonkers from there and essentially hasn't looked back, Katina Man. But we're up 42% off of those Liberation Day lows, and we're still about 5% off of the all-time highs there, as you can see displayed. So just think about it. What I like about Amazon is obviously AWS. I could care less about the retail space and the e-commerce space, to be honest with you, but I think AWS is the king of, well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's one of the bigger, obviously, cloud providers, but then also Zoox. You've heard of Zoox?
Is that their electric car?
The autonomy sector, right? So that can be emerging as well. So I'm going to be looking for a beat on cloud. All this AI spend, I think, and CapEx spend, you got to store the data somewhere. And I think the primary beneficiaries are going to be obviously Microsoft's Azure. We've seen the Google Cloud numbers just going absolutely monster. And then now we need AWS to kind of come in on a beat. But I think it will beat growth expectations without any question. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But the thing is, though, it's just so much CapEx going into this AI infrastructure. I think someone's going to be the beneficiary of this, and Amazon's going to be a part of that for sure. So yeah, that's it. That's
a little bit of a headache.
Yeah, it happens there, brother.
Ibuprofen.
NVIDIA going to be number one. Yeah, well, NVIDIA is number one, right? It's obviously the largest market cap stock out there, so there's no questioning that NVIDIA is number one. We obviously love this name. I'm so glad to have started grabbing this as it broke down this downtrend. But it's soon 85. Are we at that? No. So we're about almost 100% off of those lows. So a pretty good look. Another $6 if we want to call it 80 flat off of the Liberation Day lows. You go up to one. Okay, so we're north of that. We go to 80 flat. But yeah, really good look. And I think now that the H20 is back on the table, it's only more upside here for NVDA, Sean.
All right, QBTS. Yeah, and I was actually just going to go talk about something very, very similar as we talk about quantum names. I mean, we saw Google, making their move today. We're in that name. We weren't in any QBTS today, but you are down that 3%. And I just wanted to say, just like that Oscar Health and things like that, this is going to be a relatively well-shorted name. Let me just double check what the short float is on QBTS or what we're talking about right here, because I thought it was in the 20s and it might even be higher. Yeah, it's 18. So D-Wave right now, the key thing about this is
they got that upgrade.
Right. So they got upgraded today? No.
No, it was
yesterday.
2 days ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
2 days ago.
That was right into there. So anyways, right at that $20 marker right there for QBTS. But the big thing for me is right there, August 7th. So in 13 days, you're going to get that report for QBTS. So again, with 20% short float, we'll see if that position gets added to it as we're not breaking through $20. What if they turn profit, something happens there? We'll have to check out that. Let's check out what Rigetti's short float is as well, when their report is. I don't see when they report, but they have a 17% short float as well. Let's go into the calendar right now and find out when this name reports. It looks like they may have already reported 2020, that's 2026, so that's wrong. Okay, there it is as well, August 12th. So they're reporting as well, August 12th. So there's gonna be some big names there. IONQ would be the other one that we're going to look at here. IONQ down 1.3%. Also, that's in 12 days. So IONQ and QBTS on August the 6th. On August 12th, we get Rigetti. So most of these names, again, looking to get blown up a little bit here against the short float. So it looks like IONQ is the least shorted there at 12%. So it's going to go D-Wave, number 1 on the short side of things, followed by Rigetti, then IONQ there on that short. So I just, real quickly here, I did get another piece out of, that's Palantir. I did get another piece out of Palantir at 50s here again because it's just doing this. You know, a drop back down below 158.60. That's VWAP. That's probably a good out. Let's just give a quick check on how's it going, because if people actually want to see you in dreads, we got to get 2,000
Yeah,
likes.
we got there. We're at 2,100, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, man. We will see.
We'll find,
next week, we will find a fun picture of that. We want to, again, thank Joe for coming through and helping with this beginning show. First show.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Again, on board. Yeah, I mean, you're making, you're doing obviously a great job here, and I am fear of course, my position.
Yeah.
There's XRP right there today. Sharif highlighted this as it broke through $3. And Sharif, you're right there again. So we'll see what $3 is doing right now for XRP, down 13%. And as these altcoins, otherwise known as something else kind of coins, they sometimes move quite dramatically, and you just have to be ready for that, right? I mean, we can't like say, oh, womp womp, we're all the way down here, down 13%, because we celebrate when it goes up, and we have to acknowledge the fact that these are very volatile, you know, and they're not like, I mean, Ethereum's been volatile to say the least, but feels like crypto and Bitcoin's been very, very steady over the last little while. So we'll see if that market cap can continue to grow. But what I want to get at too was Tesla leading the way, man. We're still $4 in the money. We do have our stop in on Tesla. I thought we put it in breaking 312, so we're getting very, very close to that. That's where this little marker is right there, breaking down through 312. But on what's leading the way today, Joe, I don't know if you have any talk about any other stock, but I'd like to hear maybe your opinion on Robinhood. Yeah. Because I know that's something that you've been watching very closely, and a lot of traders respect you for your call there on Robinhood. So that's up to 105, over 3% rate now. You like it? How's it looking? Are you thinking about any more options-related plays at all? I know you used to play them weeklies.
Yeah. So well, I used to write weeklies, right, for just the consistent income. But then I kind of just swayed from that, because writing weeklies during the, obviously what we're experiencing with Trump's tariffs was not good because of the volatility. And when you're writing options, it's very, very dangerous game. You obviously want to try to catch it at its peak, but if you had continuous retruths or pauses throughout that duration, it's very bad for the options writers. Why? Because you get hit by a volatility crush. But for me, there was a trader who was asking us about this not too long ago, Sean, and that's like, how do I get involved into Robinhood without chasing it all the way up there? And this is perfect how we can lead into this conversation, because that's going to lead you to CSPs, cash secured puts, and it's kind of it's a really good strategy in my opinion, right? So you can start selling CSPs a couple months out, whatever you're comfortable with and how much premium you are looking to collect, or even if you want to get assigned the stock. So for me personally, considering the moves that we've been on, CSPs are the way to go. And if you're not familiar with it, essentially what it is that you sell an options contract with the intention of getting assigned. But if you don't get assigned on those contracts, you still make money. And that's the beautiful thing about cash secured puts. One, you get to own the stock at the precise price that you want. And then you also, if it doesn't come into that direction, or it doesn't fill you, or you get assigned, you still get the ability to make money from the premium you've collected. And those options contracts just go to options heaven once it's expired, worthless. But then you just do the same thing over and over again, and then eventually you will get the price that you're looking for. So to answer your question, CSPs are the way to go, I think, in my opinion, with Robinhood. And in the likes of even some bigger names, this is more expensive, but that's Microsoft. Do you want to be chasing Microsoft all the way up here? No, but there's another way that you can profit from this, is that you can sell these cash secured puts. You obviously need quite a bit of capital in order to do so, but it also allows you to be profitable in the short duration and get the stock and the underlying asset at exactly the price that you want, not punching and praying, hoping that things work your way. It's precision, 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 and then you also have the ability to make some passive income on the side as well too. So we got a $5 super chat here, Sean. Oh, is that the okay, no, here. So Sean or Joe, do you have a percentage formula how you get out on your long day trades for profit when you are getting a piece out? Me personally, no. I think Sean might be the same one, but I'll obviously let him speak for himself. But if the stock's moving, we're just looking for it to climb and then we'll just partial out. I think that's a completely subjective thing within day trading, which a lot of it is. But yeah, stock's moving higher, we take the trade, we start piecing it up and locking in profits as it continues to appreciate in price, Sean. I don't know how you necessarily feel about that.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I panic, and it's like today with Palantir, right? I mean, it's when we're talking about the trades that we put on here. Once they work, we've kind of coined something that was like the break and then the fake. So sometimes when it goes, nothing wrong with like piecing out at least half of it with at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Like when we punched into this 156 right there, we were going to use the low of the day there as 154.50. So we were going to give this one anyways about a buck 50. So as it starts to rip up, you can see right there, this is 157, 157.20. So as it comes up, we're getting a lot out. And then as it blows up into 158.50, and you start to see maybe some consolidation. And maybe even if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that we started to really consolidate here. So every time we wicked higher is where we started to sort of cash out a little bit on that one, right? So that was something that I think is important to look at for sure. But we do have to thank our sponsor right now. And if it's savvy Canadian traders are who you are, then you want to be looking to boost your exposure. You can now tap into the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 with Beta Pro 3 times daily levered ETFs. Featuring, and this to me is the most important, we talked about this yesterday, they're built-in FX hedging. So we're not sitting here worried about what the US dollar is doing versus the Canadian dollar. This aims to amplify short-term market moves while minimizing the impact of currency swings. Whether you're feeling bullish or bearish, these ETFs are built for active day traders ready to take on the market. And as per usual, read the full risk disclosure in the prospectus, betapro.ca before investing. We do want to make sure you do scan that QR code right there on your screen, betapro.ca. Thank you so much for that. And they are also our primary sponsor of the Market Recap Show. So we want to thank Global X
Shout out to them
for that as well. They like us. So we want to say thank you to them for sure. But all right, I had a question to ask you, and now I forget what it is, huh? All right. Yeah, it was a good one about the Palantir. I just want to say as well, like, see what Palantir is doing right now?
Yeah.
You scan this, you get one free. No, you don't get anything. But right there, I'm just getting out. So as we continue to go, we are now well under that 10%, man. We're under 5% of both Palantir and on, but Tesla's at the days. Let's go, man. What diamond hands you and I on these ones, man.
Prop that one up there. Or yeah, this one's even better there, brother.
Yeah, you like that one there. Yeah. Yeah, this is, again, just whoopsies. Did I just go long there by accident? We're now long on Tesla. There. I don't even know how that happened, to be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking I was even on that stock. Right now, whenever you go long something that you don't necessarily mean to, you should probably be getting out. So let me just get out of some right here. Just quickly there, we'll get some out at 50. We didn't necessarily mean to punch in there. Now my Tesla trade's not going to look as hot fire as it did before. But, you know, we talk about that all the time on the show. If you do make, okay, Tesla.
All right, we'll take that one. Yeah, nice. There you go. Money, spin it.
We say this, man. Sometimes when you're reading something and it's just hot fire, even your keystrokes tend to make you a little bit of money there.
When you're hot, you're hot. You know
I mean, I believe in that. We talked about that. It's same as sports gambling and stuff like that. Once you're, finally reading the tea leaves is when you can get hot. I mean, similar to poker or anything like that. Obviously, you need the cards, and you need to find the right bets. But if you're finding the right stocks, and you just seem to be a little hot on something, you can get this going. But there goes Tesla again, back up. Let's take another advantage of this. But we got out pretty much of 75% of this error right there. But I guess we probably meant to get out of Palantir, and instead we got out more. We got into Tesla there. I don't know what I was doing. I'm going to put another offer here.
It's working out for you, though. So
yeah, I mean,
Tesla.
You know, I talk about this all the time. Sometimes when you make keystrokes and stuff like that, and it works out for you, it's great. But it's not like it's not a
consistent.
You can't replicate.
Yeah,
I mean, look, some traders close their eyes and punch long or short.
Have you ever done that? Have you been like?
Maybe. I mean, look, it depends on.
The punch and
just
pray?
for fun. I mean, we sit here and we talk about, doing things for fun. And no, I would never do that. But sometimes I do feel like when there's a news story, when there's a story that comes out and you don't know that much about it, like right now, if I heard something like, oh, China's buying blah, blah, blah planes, I would just go over to Boeing and punch long. I mean, I've done that before.
Well, I mean, there's a backing behind it, right?
That's what I mean by closing your eyes. I don't mean physically closing your eyes. I just mean like, you're sitting there, you're looking, and you haven't done the work, right? And I think that if you haven't done the research into something, then that's kind of what I mean by, you just close your eyes, punch in and out of a stock without really fully understanding, what the technical levels are. I do not advise anybody to do that.
No, it's funny how good Google's numbers were, and it's kind of just hovering around. It's still up about 0.4% on the day, but Tesla is just like, all right, we got other plans on our agenda today, and just putting in a new high of day here, guys. Up 3% on the session. This is TSLL, so we'll be up 6% there. So yeah, that's a really good look on Tesla. Maybe you get the continuation, and I think if Google starts to get the ball rolling here, guys, then it's going to drag the market higher. Nasdaq really strong. I didn't take a look at Microsoft today because this thing has just been absolutely on a tear since that past earnings reported. It has not looked back. It's gone absolutely parabolic. So we'll keep an eye out on Tesla. I know this is Sharif's favorite stock right here, Apple. So we'll take a look at that one to see what is going on. Obviously, a little sarcasm there, but not doing too much either. So maybe a little bit of market breadth helping the Nasdaq continue to climb higher. But Tesla most definitely leading the way there, Sean. So yeah, we'll see what we got going on. We don't got too much going on for the rest of the day. We got 7 minutes left. Put in a new high of the day. We'll wait to just a couple minutes left to take our last out here on TSLL there.
Yeah, I just put it up there near 315 for Tesla. Yeah, so far so good. With the success of this, people now wanting to know if there's going to be a Sharif and a Sean show. So you never know. We are, part of what we've been doing here as well, and behind us is we are completely changing. So shout out to everybody for putting up with all of the renovations and whatnot. Studio 8, we have definitely, there it goes, man. Dane, Juan Padilla, everybody wants to see that kind of a show, but pretty soon we're going to be showing, hopefully all of us, as we all have our own individual style, and we want to make sure that, we get as much of us obviously on air as possible. And so that's going to be happening very, very soon.
I think that would be a lot of fun and exciting.
Right
there it is, right there. Boom. There it is.
Right there. So, yeah, look, man, I mean, Joe and I are hopefully we're bringing the energy, hopefully we're bringing the trades, we're bringing the heat today. I'm going to assume that you're probably positive on the day. We're positive over here. We've only had 3 trades today. It's Google, it's not Palantir, it's Palantir, obviously, and it's Tesla. So as we continue to watch out for some of these moves, there's Google. This has fallen back in, so we're going to wait to see. I don't want to say like this is going to be a great trade here for us on Tesla on Google. It hasn't really worked out. I mean, we did get that nice dip buy, and then we got that move as well. But for right now, Google just kind of going up and down, not looking very healthy on that side of things. It's Palantir that we just wait for that 160 break. Again, not sure we're going to be getting anything near a 160 break, but if we do, we would definitely want to support that. So we'll wait for a 160 break on Palantir. But watch out now. As we come back in, I think we've done a good job, both Joseph and myself, of explaining to you guys exactly sort of where we lie in all of this. I have less than 5% and even less than that on Palantir. I just got out a couple minutes ago. We talked about getting more out there of PLTR. So we're enjoying ourselves here today. I hope you guys are as well. With only 4 minutes left, I'm going to go hit the gym. We're going to throw it over to Sharif and Neil, who will do their best to obviously entertain and get going with you guys on the midday show. So we want to thank them for doing that. We want to say safe travels for you, Joe.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, good luck with everything there. I hope there's not too many veggie trays, but
we'll cool off on the old veggie trays.
Nothing wrong with that as well. The market with Bitcoin heading to the downside right now. What is up with Bitcoin and Tesla right now? Tesla's a nice move. Yes, there it goes, Tesla. Spinning again for us, man. Good trading here today on TSLA for sure. My number one P&L name will be Palantir, but Tesla, hard to deny the money that we made over there as well.
For sure, yeah, good look there, guys. Yeah, Mike P, you know a lot of those are going down there, brother. A lot of wobblies coming my way. I don't know what I just clicked there, so we'll exit that. But as for trading, guys, I think I only have about 3 or 4 trades myself, so that's going to be in TSLA, 3 of them here, so you can see entry 1, we take it off. You do get that move right out of the open to the top side, but we look for the continuation. We take 1 stab at it, doesn't work out. Guess what? We take another stab, but then we double up the size there on that one, so that worked out really, really well. Glad to be in the same thing as Sean and just putting on some good trades for you guys, so that was lots of fun. And then Google was also a monster as well. I know Sean was involved in this as well too, so Google right at the break of the volume weighted average price, you get that move higher, and then boom, 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 and then we didn't get quite the high of the day, but that's okay. We'll take that. That's a beauty trade right there. And then ETHA was also a trade. We take a little bit there, but nothing substantial, and then we get stopped out break even. And good thing we just hopped out when we did, because it is starting to move to the downside quite aggressively here, Sean. So I think it's time for me to start buying a little bit more of this this ETF here. So yeah, that's what we got going on, guys. All right. Fantastic stuff. Thanks for all the likes and showing all the love. I know you guys have been having a good stuff there. Once again, 2,000 likes. We hit that target. So I will be looking for that picture, and I'll bring it to you guys bright and early Wednesday afternoon during the midday. So yeah, we'll look at that. Other than that, guys, solid day, solid session. I'm sure there's a lot more going on. You know, Shreve's got his small caps. Those things rip like no tomorrow. Go ahead. No, just I was going to say, like, at any given day, these things are ripping 40, 50, 60% in the middle of the session, and I don't think you necessarily get that with the mega caps, especially considering, unless there's a specific catalyst, but I think that's the beauty in some of the small cap trades.
Well, I was going to say, actually, don't sleep on midday, because even on mega cap names, we had some great trades over the last couple of days. We had Tesla made that move down into 300 in the middle of the day, and the cool thing about it, and I was talking to actually Brendan about this as well, Trump and everything, like a lot of these tariff talks and all that seems to start to happen in and around noon, so on and so forth. We had that deal with the beef there today with Australia, so where's the beef? Apparently in Australia, so that was a good deal there. So we're going to talk more about that heading in to this midday show, so don't sleep on anything. We do have a super chat in there about, or mention there about Amazon and all of that. I was just going to say, like, heading into earnings next week, if you are a little excited about your positions and maybe you have potentially too big of a position on some of these names, what I was going to suggest to everybody is you can either buy the VIX. We talked a little bit about that yesterday, as that's been near huge lows, the VIX, and again, that is going to be the fear index, and it's right here. And you can see this has been, another move down on the VIX. I mean, today it looks like we're roughly flat on it, but you're into a great level here on the volatility. So this is a daily, it's not a daily chart, this is a daily chart, just to show you guys what I'm talking about here. But there it is. So you could buy some protection this way, or if you really were just like very stock specific, worried about your Amazon, worried about whatever you're worried about, you could see right into here. 232 is a great level for Amazon. So Microsoft, anything reporting into next week, there is something to be said about all-time highs. And so you're right here, right now. Unless you're just long like this week or brand new positions, pat yourself on the back, take some off, buy yourself a nice sweater and or a banana hammock or whatever you're buying yourself.
Or buy some ET.
And buy some, I wouldn't necessarily put it into ether, but what I would do is take some profit and sit on cash. And then if you are a little nervous about your positions, you're less nervous. You know, if you have, argument's sake, $1,000 in it, take off 500, take off 300, whatever lets you sleep at night, because that is what it's all about, right? Profits are one thing, they're one thing when you have them, but the losses seem to sting a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you feel bad about this.
I mean, I love swing trading, and I obviously I disclose everything to you guys about my positions. I took a loss on MU the other day, but then when we do put on things, they work out pretty well for us. And when they work out, as Sean just mentioned, you want to start taking stuff off, lock in those profits, don't be overly greedy, because the market can turn on a dime just like that.
And just like that, Joe, be safe, man. Travel well.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Neil.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Obviously, and we want to say shout out to Joe. Hopefully he enjoys himself. Shout out to everybody there today. Thank you for hitting the like and the subscribe right now. So enjoy. You're back on Tuesday.
No, Wednesday.
You're back on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Just come back on Thursday, man. Take whatever, man. You deserve it. Joe deserves all of the praise. So thank you, Joe, for making the morning show a fun one for all of us. And with that said, let's go over. Thanks, Brendo, and everybody that's watching us today. Ciao for now.
Ciao,
I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. It's a big midday show today.
Ooh.